Put some pepper on it, Kyle.
He is agile, but he was stuck in one place the whole damn fight.
I was kind of bouncing all over the place.
You died.
10 feet or lower.
Is
an
it
acrobatics
medium check?
DC of a 15 to land standing and no damage.
Okay, but you said it was like a 20, right?
Yeah, anything higher than 10 feet, just roll for damage. There is no landing that nicely, unless you have like a Ring of Featherfall or a special ability.
That makes sense.
Featherfall. Ooh, I got bracers!
Or if you have cats on your feet.
Yeah.
I don't have those bracers.
Yeah, we decided that you could have those.
You probably do now.
You have higher damage anyway. Most of my attacks are melee.
Mine are mostly all melee.
Yeah, between you two.
We didn't find 2 of them.
Mine are actually half and half.
Yes, but you mostly do it all with range.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think all yours you can use as melee. You just aren't in melee range.
Hey, distracting shot is not a melee.
Melee.
But no,
You
they
would think
would not.
it would be.
Distracting shot?
Oh, wait, sorry.
Yeah, you did.
That was a melee.
Yeah, so you guys just finished up with Digbar.
And
The
finish dropping
dwarf.
it blind.
The Minotaurs.
He kind of saw you do it.
They left, and they as they left, they said, "You are mighty warriors." They
Walked
the ones
away
that-
and left the dead guy.
Yeah.
Well, not dead, but...
Yeah.
Well, there was one dead, actually.
Well,
And were all the archers minotaurs as well?
No, they were human,
archers.
Oh, okay, good.
humans. Actually, Mascaris. So
Whoopsies.
They're dead.
We killed a lot of people in this town where they told us not to kill anybody.
Yeah.
yep.
It was self-defense.
Cheese ball?
Okay.
What the hell?
Full
Stuff.
Me too, but it's a cheese ball.
It is cheese balls.
Cheese your ball.
Yeah. So you guys got Digbar to give you basically all his valuables and stuff. So you got those bracers that give extra damage on a hit, melee hit. You got a ring.
Oh,
So I don't know who actually is going to wear the ring or not.
what's it do again?
The Ring of the Iron Dwarf Lords.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you an extra healing surge. That's the property. They gain a +1 to your healing surge. As well as a daily power.
Jiminy.
You become a
cheese
dwarf,
ball.
basically. Yeah, where
Negatory.
you negate the forced movement to
I'll help you.
Good.
and if you hit a milestone, you negate it for a full turn, basically. Like up until your next turn, and your next turn. So, and you also had a ritual. Found a ritual.
Oh yeah, did you figure out which rituals you could use?
Eat fire.
Shit, I forgot that.
No. What?
Again,
We had home?
I'm not looking it up. You guys are.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot. I can actually probably do it at school. I just keep forgetting that I have to do it.
Yeah. It was an
Well, you never
8 hours.
reply to people's messages, so we can't remind you.
I replied.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
A non-reply is a reply.
Yeah. After I bugged you for like 4 or 5 days.
I
I
have
actually
to
did
go
not
actually
find
talk to
out
you.
when I worked until.
Yes, but the polite
Tuesday.
thing to do is to say,
Fuck off!
I don't know when I'm going to work yet. I get my schedule on this day.
I thought I did say that.
No.
Maybe to the people on vent.
Well, anyways.
I don't think.
Yes,
by
and
the
then
way,
you
second
also got
And if you were to
a
take
bunch
Ooh!
of
Garlicky.
Bunch of money.
money, or well, valuables anyways,
Gems?
converted into monies. So I don't know how. I don't remember how much it was, but you guys
I
wrote it
think
down.
500,000.
I know you wrote it down.
Sweet, I can find my
Did I
I
actually
cannot read your writing.
I wrote it down.
Holy shit.
Can't read my
That's worse than Tony's.
Is it worse than mine?
writing. No.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just small.
I can read it.
Of course you can.
I can read fine print.
That's not fine print. That's chicken scratch.
No, that's fine print.
Fine.
The other thing, while Gunnar and Jin
That's
were getting Digbar to
Yeah.
show you basically
How
get all
many
your valuables
braces
and all that,
were there?
Anara and Dethul took the Stig kid to temple to get
Yes.
healed. They mentioned that it would take a couple days.
Yeah.
at least.
We had to pay for it, didn't we?
We taped it up a little bit.
If it's a temple, you shouldn't have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to pay.
Oh.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
It's a kid.
And temples usually do the service for free.
If it was an adventure coming in and needing patched up.
I mean, yeah, you have
yeah.
to pay. You have to pay.
50
Nope.
Damn it.
Yeah. And
Digbar has to pay.
yeah, so that's where we left
Please
off.
change
So
my
you
alignment.
guys,
Try the cheese ball.
you can, if you want to change your alignment, just change it. Like
Well,
if
it
you want
makes
to go
less
down
sense
to
now that I actually know what it means.
What part of good?
Now, what part of lawful good do you not understand?
Yeah, shut up.
Good is okay. You can still steal when you're good.
Isn't it good?
When it's lawful
garlicky,
good.
too.
Cools down.
That's
Yeah.
the meaning.
Okay, I didn't think of it. I saw Bahamut and went, oh, Bahamut, cool. Shut up.
It's not the Final Fantasy Esper. or
It's
whatever.
close enough.
No.
Bahamut Zero.
Oh, I wish
New
I could
Bahamut.
summon Bahamut Zero.
I want to summon
Alright.
that around.
So,
There's cheese ball on my paper.
Anara and
Wait a few
Dethul
minutes and everyone
are
will be dead.
able to get back to the mansion. You guys have finished up there. It's late
Check
in
out
the
what we
evening,
found.
and that's where we left off.
Money.
Let's get some liquor that hasn't been jiggered with.
Sorry.
Yeah, did we ever figure out what was in the liquor?
No
Yeah.
one spent any time with it. yet.
Okay.
You said it was sleeping potion.
No. Did he?
You said it was sleeping potion because they wanted to get predators like that throw us out of town.
You haven't actually looked at it though. You're just going off of what he said, but he seemed like he wasn't trying to fuck with you guys anymore after that.
They were
so-
Fair
gonna.
enough.
He was gonna sell us in the south as slaves.
I was so
Actually, he
hoping.
was just going to throw you off the Skyclaive, but
I was so hoping that pouring that
That's
stuff
easier.
on my dagger would actually hurt someone.
I just watched 12 years of
yeah.
slave. So
The
that's
reasoning
what they're-
why it doesn't,
It's because it has to be ingested for it to work.
Oh fuck.
no, is because it's
You're making a mess.
meant to be like a flavored thing,
Because I'm
not
pointing
an
out that you're
actual
making a mess.
item.
You're making a mess.
Hey, I thought it was a good
Oh,
idea.
yeah, no, it's good to try it out, but it's not that potent enough where you could get
Yeah,
a little
I
bit
know.
that just sticks on your dagger, like magically
You guys
infused
want this?
potions, like alchemist potions, are like
You can't eat it.
they're magically infused to
You
stay
put
on
on
the
a
daggers.
cheese
Like
ball.
this, it's kind of like dipping it and then
You
going,
can't eat it.
Alright, come here! And you get a little bit in them, they'll feel maybe a little bit tired after a while,
I like hot things.
but
He just closed one eye. Is that good?
yeah, type of thing, right? So, not potent enough to be
Yeah, I understand.
used
I need water.
effectively in battle. Go get water, I don't have
I
any.
just,
Where's my water bottle?
I'm just gonna start
I have
pouring
no
stuff on my dagger
Water,
randomly
water,
now. Healing potion.
Probably right there.
Your dagger's gonna rust.
Is it my purse or something?
Your
Water
purse
bottle?
is there in your
Hang on, I'll heal you.
Oh no. I better get some more plat water.
I drank like all my water today.
Hooray, that's not all.
It's like
more than she normally does. So.
Really?
Is this how you teach your kids?
I drink lots of water at school. I keep
No,
refilling
I
my
don't
mug with
swear around
water.
Yeah. So,
No, ever. I don't
Yet.
swear around children.
What about our nephews?
Getting out of your way.
they're not kids anymore.
Somebody wanting to do something. Sweater defuzzer.
Yeah, I don't know what that's for.
Feather tier.
It's like it's not for like the lint. It's for like pills on your sweaters, and I'm like, my sweaters don't pill. I don't have wool sweaters.
Oh well, so we're back at the inn, right?
Sure, you're back at the inn now. Alright, so it's been a good time. You guys finished off with Digbar at the mansion. You guys back at the inn?
Level up.
No.
Cheese ball?
Okay.
Nobody wants my cheese ball.
I want your cheese ball,
You've had cheese ball before.
but I still want it.
I'm
Yeah.
overly full already.
Me too.
But,
I shouldn't have
there's
much
a band
beer. I
playing
made salad
some-
sandwich.
Some music there as you walk in.
Same music as always. What the fuck? Don't you know any other
So,
shit?
not, but
Play the same song again. Okay. Do, 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 do.
Alright, guys.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, so yeah. I really want to rest because I'm out of dailies and everything.
Yeah, same here.
There.
That was
Different music.
Thank you.
I think we've heard this one too, actually.
Well, it's different than the other ones. I don't have that many. Shut up.
Skyclaive.
I swear, this band keeps following us.
Alright, here. How about that?
I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get back to the back to the inn.
Bullshit.
Like I said, there's band playing. There's
He must have a bar fight.
It's fairly lively here.
There's a bar in
more
the
so
way.
than it has been the other nights. So
Is there any items to give to our friend to vision?
not.
We could give him the ring, but I don't think he'd really get anything off of it.
What's up from
It
around?
wasn't Uranus's.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to find out who owned it previously.
No.
Digbar.
I don't want to have any visions of Digbar.
Damn!
Oh yeah, what's that music?
Why is he dressed up like a woman?
Alright.
It's the only one you can get.
Hurt me, hurt me.
Ale.
Yeah.
You guys can grab a table if you want.
Why don't we just sit in the chairs around the table? So grabbing it.
Sure.
Grab attack.
Waitress comes by, asks you what you want.
Don't give him any ale.
World peace. Ah ha 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 ha.
There's
Is that,
two
is
people.
that too much, has he?
Every day
I
of
think
his
he's
life.
perpetually drunk.
He's a dwarf!
I'm perpetually happy. I'm so happy.
Want to buy a dwarf?
He says, we have enough.
You want to have him for free?
You notice that there aren't any other dwarves.
Well, we'll sell him for, us giving you money.
We'll give you him.
Yeah, that's what selling is.
Anyways, in any case,
Oh, without giving money? Okay.
She comes back
We'll
with
give them
a
money.
few mugs
Oh.
of ale.
Ah.
whose round is it?
Not mine, everyone's insulting me.
If you'll buy it, you can have it.
I'm gonna sit at my own table.
So where are we at for our leads then?
And we'll have a conversation with my mom.
Well, I'm sure I can talk to my guy tomorrow after I've
Talk to your
rested, so that
guy.
in any case that I get attacked, I'm not going to die.
I have to do research on the planes. That's really the unknown factor right now.
Which one?
The planes, when the astral planes or whatever it will align.
Seems like you're in the right city for that.
Not lying.
Well, I found all those books already, I just never got a chance to read them.
Sounds like a plan.
Read,
Go on
sucker.
Cam's lap.
No.
Yeah.
She wants a cheese ball.
Cold.
She doesn't claw people when she jumps up unless she slips.
And we recently cut their claws. Play flash.
Come here!
Oh, good. So Rascal's not going to rip my leg up?
No, she still might.
She's just not gonna stay on your pants as she falls.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You're getting bigger, kitty.
Getting bigger? Have you not held her recently? She's
No.
been that big the whole time!
The whole time. It's been this size.
No, she started at 2 pounds, now she's 20.
So that's not all time.
Might be more now. She's pretty heavy.
But she squeaks.
Yeah.
She's really cute.
You guys are just discussing
Yep.
your plans then for the night?
Yarr.
They're drinking.
Oh,
So Nara knows what she's doing. Jin knows what he's doing.
Find out when the rifts or the planes align.
Yep.
Or where would you go for that?
Well, I'm gonna go read shit, but I don't know if you'd understand the books.
I'm
Because
gonna
it's
go
a
to the
lot
market.
of...
Arcane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the market to see if I can find.
but there's lots of scholars around that maybe you can find out from.
Pure evil blood.
This is
You could
the
ask the
city
scholars
where-
about the planes and about if they know about the school. Uranus' school. Because there's tons of scholars in this town.
Or anybody who didn't get the test, or did get the test
And
item.
didn't win.
Try and
Or
so
didn't
try and
pass
find
or
out some
whatever.
names
Yeah.
of people.
Did we ever figure out what that arcane puzzle thing looked like?
Oh, we got that name that we had too from the guy that Uranus killed. Who was that?
Oh, the kid?
No,
He killed the little girl.
not the little girl, the other guy that he stole his magic from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Burlington.
It was a bee.
It's a bee.
I know it's a B.
Bernstein.
Not Bernstein.
Bernstein, yeah, the Bernstein Bears.
Boring. Yeah, there you go.
Borin.
Jordan.
Borat!
Nagashima.
Jordan. Not Jordan. Oh, I got it written down here. Enchanter's Fan.
So, if we've got that name, that could possibly fit somebody he's been associated with.
Resendithus.
You know he was
He's
associated.
a bard.
So, we've got
I
the
have no
family.
idea whatever that is. Resendithus.
The bard.
Yeah,
It was-
love bard. Yes.
We were also looking
Bard
for
that plays
that.
by the fountain.
Oh, yeah.
We were also looking for that one kid that saw the.
Yes, we know.
Hercules?
Oh,
Oh.
right. Speaking about that,
We found one. You found a kid. You're ours now.
Eat the cheese fucking ball!
don't worry about looking for this. For
If
this
you're
big
not
ball.
full enough
cheese,
to eat
you'll-
the
You'll get
stupid
that information.
crackers!
That's
Kid will find us.
yeah. It'll come to you, so don't worry about
All
that.
we've got is check on that kid that's
Oh,
being
good.
healed.
Bet you runs away after the second
So
day.
we're gonna take care of Arans too. Don't care about that either. Okay.
Sure. Just
We leave.
done. All right.
Next question.
Next Skyclaive. You weren't expecting that, eh? Let's build a flying boat.
What? I have a flying fucking dragon. Okay, down.
It's gonna power the boat.
How do you think the boat flies? Magic isn't cheap, you
Yeah,
know.
a dragon carrying a basket.
Not that big a
It's
dragon.
terrible. All right.
No, we
We
just
better
attach a
work.
chariot to it.
Better whip it into shape then.
Okay. You guys kind of know what you're gonna do for the next day then?
Nope. Sure.
You're going to ask scholars about this.
About that. What's that?
I'm trying not to swear.
It's not going so well.
No.
Try not to swear in front of the children, are you?
Yeah, well,
How many
practice.
times have you stopped speaking?
I don't even
Why,
come close
you
to
little-
swearing around children. I've never, ever
Yeah.
tried to do that for child.
How'd that one comedian say? He goes, I always used to think my father was stupid. Now I just realized he wasn't. He was trying not to curse.
Alright. So, yeah, you guys spend some time here at the inn before, down at the tables before heading off to your own rooms. Hey, everyone got their own rooms, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're rich.
You got your own room anyway. You guys have.
Some of us didn't spend all our money on armor.
I think this inn, it's one of the nicer inns. It goes for a couple silver a night.
I like the
so
ale room.
It's not like it's overly expensive for you
Oh,
guys.
there's the kids in it.
So,
Victory.
Not me!
menial money, basically.
Especially after what we just found.
Yeah.
Found.
Procured.
We're paid handsomely by.
Alright. So next day,
Blackmailed.
It's not blackmail.
Blackmail if you threaten the guy's life unless he gives you all his money.
No. It was compensation.
Extortion.
Compensation for our time.
And our
ooh, that's the wrong one again.
He was the wounded
That
one.
was too bad.
I was hurt a little bit. I got hit once.
Eastern.
Racist.
Sounds
Oh,
like
I
the
found
desert.
a flying carpet.
There.
I'm
That
so
kinda
down the
Kind of
way.
like Skyclaive.
And we're in sunny Palm Springs.
It's a happy town.
It's a nice town. It is on the coast.
Sunny.
We're in the air!
It's
It's still on the coast. Alright, I can change the music then.
What the hell?
music.
So for the day, I'm gonna grab maracas.
Bongo!
And the dwarf suddenly fell off the city somehow.
I believe I can fly.
There, that better.
Cheese ball.
Must be better. I'm not complaining this time.
My hands hurt.
Yes.
She's
So
still
my legs.
What do you guys do?
I'm going to read books.
You going back to the library? Alright.
Find scholars.
Okay.
I'm going to go find a thief.
You have two different questions to ask. Actually, three of you ask about Borat. What was his name?
Bjorn.
Yeah. No, it wasn't!
Stop Bjorn.
Hey, out of curiosity, is there supposed to be like dots in the water?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Boring.
They're just from the filter.
Yeah.
Warren?
Yeah, boring.
I thought you said it's BJOR.
No. BORIN.
Yeah, whatever. I may have heard.
Not my fault, you
I
misheard me.
may have heard Bjorn.
They might have been talking about Bjorn.
And his sister Bjork.
And Borat.
And Borat. And Bob.
Borat was closer than Bjorn.
Bob the Builder.
No.
Look for scholars. Find out about the elemental planes and
Elemental plane.
Bjorn.
And do you know
and
the
the
Muffin Man?
school!
Yeah.
I know.
Fuck. They have a
The
talking
Muffin
stone
Man.
with them, and I have one with me. So I can yell at them. Did you
Jen
ask
doesn't have
it?
one?
Yeah.
No, you don't get one.
We
I don't
turn it
get
off.
one. So what happens if I get in trouble?
It sucks.
We run.
If you get in trouble, we're not making it there anyway.
Jim's not making it there.
That's true.
Whatever, you didn't need him anyway.
Yeah.
We didn't really need you either. So yeah, you're fucked.
Ouch. Oh, hey. Full health.
You missed a lot.
I made up for it the next fight. I kicked ass that fight. I took out all the archers.
I kicked ass both fights.
No, you just couldn't get hit.
I did the hitting. I want a high five. Put your fucking hand up.
I was
Yeah.
wondering what you were doing.
You swore again, by the way.
What's your point? I've been sworn all day.
I'm gonna let it all out now.
I had a very...
Fuck.
I had an interesting experience with a child today.
Fuck.
And she kept on trying to slap my ass. And I'm moving around, blocking his hand. Finally, I'm like, what you doing? We're gonna play butt tag! I'm like, no, we're not!
No, we're not.
Tell me about this game. Remember? From karate?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't remember butt tagging karate.
It wasn't really supposed to be butt tag. It was you were trying to get by their defenses kind of thing.
And
And
By
the last-
slapping their butt?
Back.
Oh, we actually did thighs.
Yeah, it was... But they called it, because it was funny for little kids, they called it butt tag.
I don't remember this in karate at all.
Well, then you didn't take
You
the
had a
karate
crappy
class.
karate class.
But that's
I
what he,
know
like,
I didn't
that's
have
what
a
he was trying to
pedophile.
do, is he was trying to get around my ass. I'm like, you have to ask people if it's okay with them if you play that game.
All I hear is butt tag and my ass.
And there was a little child trying to play butt tag with me, but he didn't tell me that at first. He just kept on trying to slap my ass.
Move it, woman!
I'm like, no, this has to stop.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
You won it.
Oh, we get nice.
I
Ale
guess
for the rest of your
Kyle
life.
can take a walkie-talkie with him.
Thank you.
Tucky.
You guys get the other one, though. I'm not bailing him out.
Alright, Anara.
What, you're gonna be too busy reading?
You discover.
The only one that has
So you get to the
knowledge.
to the library,
Woot.
the jeweled library.
Whoa.
Whoa, Jules.
No,
What do you mean?
probably not.
When you steal.
Not with the
No.
amount of guards. That are
I'm
here.
not lawful good.
Yet again.
Like you're neutral.
Unaligned.
Yeah, basically neutral. Give me a roll.
For what?
Arcana.
See how
Dodge
how
the
you
books
do
falling.
For your fine shit.
reading these books.
How
trying to
roll do
search
you
for
want?
things.
How good are you
Use your ability to
A lot of the
endure.
stuff is arcane based, so arcana could work. History.
Do I
would
have
be
to roll?
good.
Institutes.
Don't roll.
Yay! Blue?
32.
Good roll.
Not bad, not bad.
No, it was a 15. I have a 17.
Yeah. See, still might just delay it longer if you really fucked up.
Yeah, you drop a book on your
Continuing
foot and start
your
reading
search through the many books.
Many books or many books?
Many.
Sorry. Continue.
MIDI books.
You're really reading really small books.
Nice.
You're able to narrow it down even more as you're reading, determining which of these
Somebody take the
authors
cheese ball away.
actually know what they're talking about versus those who are just seem to be writing down things that they perhaps heard. You're able to cross-reference with some of the authors with other books they may have written or other authors they collaborated with, and that you're able to make out somewhat of a list, and yeah, that's kind of what you get. It's taking me most of the day to do this. A lot of books that you're reading through, so.
What?
Spaghetti-o.
At least he's eating it.
Here, Gunnar.
Hi. What are you doing?
I'll go with Dethul.
With Dethul?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Where are you guys going?
Space.
Someplace scholarly.
Yes.
Someone's
They're going sightseeing.
They're going sightseeing, eh?
Pretty much.
Why don't you go talk to the Stig kid?
Why don't we go talk to the temple guys? See if any of them received a puzzle cube. Or whatever it was.
You didn't like temples.
Me?
No. What's his name? Uranus.
No, there's smart people at temples.
You didn't like temples.
He didn't have to go in them. He's looking for people to join his bloody scholarly thing.
If he doesn't like temples, do you think he likes the people that are in the temples?
Okay.
He doesn't hate him. He didn't hate him.
He's
If
not
we
part
don't
of
know
the
where to
temple.
go, I'm going to go up to the magic shops and sort of ask there as to where to go.
Yeah,
Alright.
Is there like an
Academy?
I swear to
Place
God,
of
I'll
learning.
kick you under the table.
There are
What?
many places to learn, but yeah, go into the
You two are
shopping
doing fine,
district.
If you don't eat it, you don't know if it's good.
Exactly.
lantern?
You find a shop, and
I'm sure it's
one's
Oh.
called
Your friends suck.
Lanterns?
Magical Pets.
I want one!
You have one.
Is it painted?
It's not a
bugs
pet.
What is it then?
Companion.
Magical pets.
again? What kind of pets?
I don't know if it's anything like those painted grasshoppers.
Yeah, I thought it was like a painted bug. It's like gold painted though.
Fancy. Magical pets, eh?
Yeah, and then
There you
Go
go.
in. Yeah.
sure.
Fight.
Owls.
No.
No, it's not that. You go inside. It's like your ordinary like pet shop, but the pets here. Roll me an arcane check. Like the animals around here, they're.
Arcane?
I got Arcana.
Hey, look, a
Are
bugbear!
you going with him for
Yeah,
this, or
not
so
bad.
you're there with him? Alright, you roll only 1 2.
19.
No.
Total.
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
your cat.
What
Can you
the
get your-
hell?
Sorry, I left that open.
What are you doing? You don't go on there. I've never seen you up there before.
Investigating.
That's because it's something new to get into.
Yeah.
Our cats don't.
No, that wasn't good. Don't suck up to me.
Here, just like,
Bad.
Bad cat.
It's terrible.
Yep.
It's like all of them.
You're a kiss ass.
I am not that terrible. I'm just got really poor judgment.
What?
What?
He said terrible, all of you.
What did I do?
Did no one else hear him?
It wasn't as bad.
Really?
No, I heard it.
What did I do?
Nothing.
I
No.
think he was saying terrible to my bad cat.
Hey, you find what'd you get? A 19? What'd you get?
11.
11?
Total?
Ah!
Gunnar is unsure of what kind of creatures are around here.
I can't get an 11.
Dethul is looking around. He sees like this kind of bird, lizard cross thing in a cage, and then all of a sudden, a monkey just comes out of nowhere and jumps onto your head and just starts banging your head.
Who's Ed?
I grabbed my hammer and said,
Dethul.
"Be still."
It's not hurting or anything, but you wear like a plate helmet.
No.
Not walking around town.
I grab it.
All right, it
It's
just
not too harmful, but
yeah, it just kind of you grab it, it just kind of goes. "Arr!" And then you see there's the shop owner, and he comes by and says, "Ah, damn monkey! What can I do for you?"
Can the monkey pick locks?
You're not there.
Aww.
How much for the monkey?
I'd buy the monkey if it picked locks. Do my job
I'd
for
buy
me.
a monkey if it pissed these guys
we're
off.
we're a little bit lost, and we're trying to find one of our friends. He sort of he came here to go to one of the schools here, but we're not really sure where the schools are for learning about magic.
Says, You really aren't from here, are you?
Nope.
Says, you want to go to the Scholar District. It's another level up.
You're not gonna ask about the monkeys?
Is it a monkey?
Looks
You
like
don't
a
have
monkey.
the sight. You don't have the stone.
So what type of... Is it animals or pets? Pets?
Magical pet.
Yeah, magical
What type of pets do you actually sell here? Out of curiosity.
Magical
says-
pet!
There's some bird lizards. There's some your standard fare, but probably and too much stuff here is a little more exotic for your taste.
Probably.
See the monkey just. Are you still holding it?
Well, that depends.
Are you still holding it?
Is it still being aggressive?
It wasn't being aggressive, it was
wasn't
just beating
being
on your head.
aggressive, It was just beating on your head.
No, I put it
Kinda
down on the
playfully.
counter.
You put it down on the counter. It just runs over to Gunnar and starts to climb up onto your shoulders.
It likes you!
Beat him.
Then it starts beating on your head.
It really likes you.
He said it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, the shopkeep just says,
Do all
"Yeah,
your
monkey,
pets,
get off of him!"
all your pets punch people in the head?
Says, "No, this one's special."
Is it cheap? How much does he want to get rid of it?
Chelsea, you're not even there.
Nobody's asking the fun
How
questions.
much does the monkey cost? Just out of curiosity.
It says, "That's the shop monkey. He's
Oh.
my friend, kind of." As you see it just jump off Gunnar, land on one of the cages with a bird in it, and just start shaking it. It says, "2 gold! 2 gold and it's yours!"
He's considering it.
He wants a familiar.
Sure that's-
Monkey.
Even I'm pretty sure that's not a familiar.
What else does a monkey do besides beating people in the head?
He says he does other monkey type things.
Throws poo at things.
Why is it in the magical shop?
You're not there.
Okay, yeah. So this is a magical shop. Is the monkey magical or?
Says, I think so. It seems like it is. Doesn't act like any other monkey I've ever known.
What does it do?
Monkey
Now,
things.
sometimes when it behaves, it'll actually sweep for me. And I attend to the animals here. Like I said, do you want it? 2 gold.
And the rest of the time he makes a mess for him to sleep. Yeah. I think I'll pass, but thank you for the offer. Generous.
Okay. Because we probably knew where the district was, but just don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you had a
Okay.
tour of town.
Okay.
It's only been like a couple days.
Back up to the district then.
Alright.
Thank you, shopkeep.
Thank you.
Bye, monkey!
We'll come back to you because that
You really
didn't
want a
take
monkey,
very long.
yeah.
So,
I think my dragon would eat it.
Jin, what are you doing?
I'm heading
Swallow
down to
it
the
whole.
slums district, I guess, and
There's a
Punching the
foot.
dragon in the
trying to find out if my
Bad.
contact will find me because I haven't been able to find him so far.
My legs are sore.
Okay.
I laminated it again today. I had a child-sized table with a child-sized chair where my legs don't fit.
Yeah.
Word.
They're sore.
Yeah.
Alright, Jin,
Another foot.
you're able to find your contact. It's the same guy that
That one.
that's shown you what to do the other day.
Reggie on this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Is he comes to you and he sees you wandering around in the slums. He knows that you're looking for him, and he's been just basically watching you the whole time, just going around, and just pops up once you
Not sure if
duck
he's
around
a
a
thief or an assassin.
Hey, bros.
like into an alley. He shows up there, and he lets you know a couple things.
I'm a thief.
Mostly that,
We done,
and some stuff that you find out
Is that
around
one
here.
way around?
we done did good.
Is that people know that Digbar was taken down a notch.
Good.
As is the way in here in the Underbelly, and you find that talking with him, with your contact, and just from your general feel of the slums, Digbar is no longer in Skyclaive.
Really?
Yeah. You hear that someone else came in and permanently removed him. As you hear that a small, thin black dagger was left as a calling card. And
Is that the Dancing Blades or whatever their fuck their name is?
Silent Blades.
At least we looted him first.
Is it their logo?
It is their
Their
logo.
calling card.
So what, we take out the guards and then go kill the bastard?
I didn't quite take him down low enough for you guys, did I?
you did your job.
Alright then.
Hey.
So what now?
Says, what do you need? You're here because you needed something from us.
Yes, crap, what was the name of that shop again?
Okay, nice. Magical Magiggers.
Magical transformers.
Transformers. Knick-knack.
Artifacts,
Paddywhack.
arcane and otherwise.
Is that what it was?
Closest than anybody else.
Acquisitions.
Acquisitions, arcane, and otherwise.
Okay. Did your guild ever case a shop known as Acquisitions Arcane or otherwise?
You almost forgot the name.
It's a
He
common
says, he's cased many shops around here.
This one would have been run by a Eladrin, and he would have been generally, what's the word I'm looking for? Generally
Hungry?
kept to himself. I don't think he really
Introverted?
talked to too many people around here.
Says,
I haven't fried anyone who came into a shop.
says, doesn't sound too familiar to me.
I don't suppose you
How
could
long
put-
ago?
We figured a month ago at least? 6 months ago. Around 6 months ago, perhaps.
Do you have a talking stone with you?
Yes, actually, I do.
You?
They do.
Says,
Okay, you're hurting my boob.
sounds somewhat familiar.
Yay.
What do you need to know about it?
I want to know if anyone has any idea where the owner of the shop went, or what if there were some odd going ons around that shop.
He
from what I
just
recall.
kind of laughs. He says, don't keep tabs on the shopkeeps.
Fair enough. Well, out of curiosity, do you have any idea what kind of
Do
inventory
they
he
have
had?
any artifacts that, they might have
Says-
stolen that you've used?
He says, nothing too
Nobody
out of the ordinary.
hurts!
You're
I said I
He's in the standard, from what I can remember, or recall of it anyways. Just your standard
You fat ass!
magical
Treasure boss.
items.
Did they steal
There's
anything that
nothing-
they could use?
You shut up.
Ooh, snap.
There's nothing, no other shops did sell. He didn't have anything specific or unique to him.
We also heard that he might have been the cause of a couple disappearances. Do you know anything about that?
That's normally us.
Specifically, a man named Borin.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, well, there was also did we ever figure out the child's name?
No, it's a
No.
stig.
There was also a stig that that tried to break in there, apparently, that he might have dealt with as well.
Says the stigs aren't our duty, that was Digbar's.
Did he steal any artifacts from the shop that we could use?
Kicker.
Anyways, as well, we've also heard that he may have been giving out arcane
Well, he's not
puzzles.
even listening.
Yes, but it's distracting, trying to...
We also heard he might have given out arcane puzzles. I don't suppose you guys have found any of those in any of the buildings we cased lately.
He says, sorry.
Ah, well. If at all possible, could I ask you guys to keep an eye out for anything that looks like an arcane puzzle?
He says, in this city?
I guess that's the stupid question, isn't
You
it?
can, I'm sure some of the magical toy shops have thousands of them.
Careful what you ask for, eh?
Basically.
Well, regardless, if you could possibly ask if anyone he would have also sent out invitations to this academy, which was... Shit, what was the academy called?
Uranus's Academy.
Of greater learning.
Did we actually...
We don't have the letters, do we?
I don't think he actually...
Did he put a name in the letters? He said he started an academy. Actually, he said he created one.
Yeah, well, I guess I don't suppose you know if anyone's received any invitations to a new academy
she's
recently.
crawling up higher and higher.
He says, not in our guild.
We'll just kick her
But
off.
if I hear of anything, I'll let you know.
Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
You're heavy. Just for the
No.
record, would my question have had a good answer?
It's a thieves' guild. They take things and they sell them or use them themselves. I'm not going to get anything from them that they don't want me to get. Anyways. Oh well, that's all I
Did you
need.
at least get payment?
We got paid!
For the other guy.
And information! That was the main reason I did it, was for information! And he's going to keep his ear to the ground for me, which is a good thing, Chelsea.
She's lying.
It's kind of hard to run with your head on the ground. You're running circles.
Oh.
Will you put your ass down?
Okay.
Oh, well, that's all the information I need for now, I guess. If you find anything else, I'd appreciate if you could send word to me. We're staying at an inn.
He says, I know.
Of course you do.
That's not creepy.
You don't know how thieves guilds work, do you?
She's not there.
You don't work right.
I don't belong to a guild anymore! Anyways, I'm gonna leave then.
Alright. So yeah, that day takes up the better part of your day too, because, we're running around the slums trying to find them.
Yeah.
Took a long time, so, Gunnar and, Dethul.
We seek knowledge.
Or people with knowledge.
Yes. Is there... What kind of people are here? Scholars?
Just looking around.
This is
Are
Scholars
they
District.
mingling around, or is there specific buildings?
You guys are just looking around right now.
No idea what to do with you.
If you look at a cat without ears, it looks creepy.
Has she been drinking?
Looking around here, there's the,
Too much
Ooh,
cheese
you
ball?
see the...
Weird.
Yeah. Can you go get me one?
No.
I'm trying to do stuff.
Yeah.
In the beer fridge.
Do you mind if I have one?
2, 3...
I'm good.
Root beer.
3!
True beers.
Oh, Rita.
Yeah, this place has these spectacular stained glass windows. You see the balconies looking over the edge of the cities, and at one of these balconies, you see a very pretty woman standing there by a railing open to the air.
Hello, pretty woman.
And
Go to the prostitute.
even from behind, you can tell that she is distinctly beautiful and young.
Pretty woman.
From her behind?
God.
She's got a young behind.
woman.
She's out of your league.
Pretty woman.
Gunnar
Why?
feels sad. She's got like...
Don't know that. You walk over there?
Hello!
Why?
Why did you walk up to the prostitute first?
So you walk over to her?
Maybe she's not a prostitute.
I use my insight to check it. Apart from anything from her appearance, would it make her seem like she actually has information? Or is she just there for her body?
Maybe Uranus really wanted a hooker one time.
Oh.
It's a vent.
You're a vent.
That's interesting.
It's very
For pouring the
vent.
beer.
Yes, for pouring it, dum-dum.
34 insight.
Nice.
So, trying to gauge her,
Her name is
you
Dude.
find, as you're just kind of looking, is, you notice that she's not standing on your side of the railing. She's stepped over and is standing on the other side of the railing and is holding herself. You can
Like-
see a crowd starting to form over, and it looks like she's contemplating jumping.
You're up.
As Dethul promptly just turns around.
Move on. Wow, I really could use a dragon right now. Or a flying monkey.
Bad one.
Am I able to get to the front and address her?
Oh
You
God.
wanna get over there?
What's your diplomacy?
What do you say?
Hey, good looking.
Oh, good, make her
No,
jump.
It's like,
She screams and jumps.
I say, what's something the matter?
what's
I'm trying to be
what's
diplomatic about it and calm her down.
You actually have
Who's saying?
okay.
I actually said that, but
Okay.
while he's like Jew.
She turns around slowly as you see she has a very beautiful face. Tears are streaming down, and she looks a little confused towards you as she turns towards, and you see her foot slip as she kind of stumbles as she's just hanging onto the rail, and she screams. Ah!
I run over there and grab her arm.
Roll
Athletics?
Athletics.
Hell yes.
Are you helping out?
Yeah.
Okay, so athletics, acrobatics.
Oh, that woman's gonna die.
No, it's not me rolling the athletics.
I'll use my
Holy shit!
I'll use my dwarven thingamajig.
Dwarven leap! Ah!
To the other side of her?
I shockingly go fast with a 27 in athletics.
Alright.
26.
Dethul is able to reach her first as he just grabs onto her hand just as her hand lets go, he grabs her hand, and Gunnar is a step behind him as he grabs the other, as you're able to pull her back up. And she says, "Thank you."
Oh, sure, when it's a pretty woman, you can save her.
No, he killed you.
Exactly.
You were in male form. Whatever.
I say, whoa. Glad we caught you in time.
Woof.
Whoa.
Like, whoa. Yeah, I doused her in gasoline and lit her on fire. Woof.
No, I was thinking, woof, woof.
Ow!
And she jumps anyway.
I take a breath. Oh, I'm glad we caught you.
See, she's just sitting on the ground and quietly sobbing as.
I don't think that was the right thing to say.
Well, yes. Shut up.
Throw the cat.
It's an ant.
I love you, but not you, bug.
What was it?
An ant.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care.
Are you okay?
No.
She she introduces herself as Anina Claudra.
I need a what?
I need to claw you.
Anina.
Oh, Anina.
Hey,
Claw do it.
Claudra.
Is that okay, dear?
Yep. Not spelled anything like how you have
Whatever.
Who cares? It's the only way you can pronounce it.
And tells you
Claudra.
Claudra.
Yeah, I knew that.
And tells you a quick story of just how she was stupid and she was too tied up in her vanity and elite notions of class and refused the love of a childhood friend, and this man killed himself out of heartbreak. Was struck with sudden grief. She ran here to throw herself off, but at the last minute, she didn't have the will and wasn't sure if she could do it, and that's when you arrived. And she wanted to punish her own foolishness, as she says. She now realizes that'd be a cowardly way out, as she must live with what she's done.
What's his name?
Insight check.
Lauren?
17 plus lots.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Lies!
Lauren?
Shut up, Chelsea.
Heretic, throw her over the...
She's
I
calming
need to
down
go with
now.
all of them.
As wiping away some of the tears, as you see the crowd slowly dwindling now, and she says, I'll tell my family what you've done for me today. They would not have been pleased. I'm sure they would not have been
pleased with us
not even
interfering?
been pleased that I had even thought about it.
Oh.
They wouldn't have been pleased for the, hey!
Yeah.
Oh shit, we did that, didn't we?
Be angry we interfered with your killing yourself.
What happened with her fiance?
No.
Childhood friend.
Were
Childhood
none of you listening?
Someone kept interrupting.
You didn't interrupt once.
Yeah, you interrupted
No,
like
you
5
don't.
times.
Shut up!
You
Now we're going to interrupt.
And then complain. Why?
Yeah.
What's his name? Boring.
So what were you...
I can't remember.
Are you okay now?
Oh, fuck.
Says, I should be, yes.
Do you want to talk about it more, or like?
Says, I think I just need to go home.
Okay.
What was his name, by the way?
She says his name was not Boren.
Ah, okay.
That's rather specific.
Yeah, that is
Well, you could look more into the institute.
name, but it wasn't a name anything that you've heard of.
Is her family a bunch of scholars?
Good God, you can't not be part of a conversation.
Nobody else asks smart questions!
But you're not there.
La 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 la.
I thought my questions
You're
were
the
all.
smart one, do you remember? You have the intelligence.
Fuck yeah, I
I thought my questions were all very smart. Thank you.
do! No, because they were all answered. Why the fuck are you asking me that question?
See, maybe in trade.
Right question, wrong person. We're glad to provide assistance.
Cheese ball!
I did.
She
You just weren't paying attention.
Yeah. She gets up and she just says again, "Thank you," as she starts to make her way.
Escort the suicidal woman home.
You're son.
I was going to ask her a question before she left, or I'll follow her, or whatever.
I'm gonna follow her. aren't you?
Follow her, yeah.
Yeah, no, before
Can
she
I
leaves.
be
you
your
can-
childhood friend?
Maybe perhaps you can help us a little bit. We're trying to find some information and are a little bit lost and new to the area. We're
He
trying to.
says, I can try helping you, but I'm a little,
Distraught.
yeah.
No, you may not be distraught.
We had a friend who was here a few months ago, and he started up an academy, but we can't find any information about it. And
You do remember the academy's not in Skyclaive, right?
I didn't say it was in
I'm
Skyclaive,
just
did I?
asking you, do you remember that?
No. But I didn't say it's in Skyclaive.
Continue!
He said he came here and set up a shop, but he's no longer at his shop, and we're trying to find out where he might have gone.
After he tried to kill us.
Did you ever not say anything?
Drink your beer here.
I'm a girl.
No.
Sometimes.
Drink your beer. Just continue drinking it.
Why, you think that's gonna help?
La, la.
If it's right here, yes.
My legs hurt.
Yes. Continue.
And my hand.
We heard that he's been sending out these arcane puzzles trying to, as a way to get into it, but we don't even know anybody who has any or found any, and it seems to be our only trace of finding him, I guess.
Do you have any friends that are arcanely gifted? That we might
She
ask?
says, you're definitely in the right area of town to ask around. This would be the place. I personally haven't seen one of these, but I've heard of them. None of my close friends have gotten one, but I'm sure a few around here have.
Thank you.
How old is? Oh no,
How old are you? Yeah.
no.
Are you underage?
Looking at her, she's her young 20s.
Me! Tony's out of town for my birthday.
You should buy her an iron. She'd really like that. So she can hit you with it.
He's getting me a latte machine because I made room for it.
Sweet.
I guess the other thing would be,
Here, have a lantern.
I have a question. What was the significance of the suicidal woman, just for the fun of it?
Side quest.
See if they can actually roll.
Anything else?
may we ask what you actually do? Like, or
Looks pretty.
what's the word for it?
She's an aristocrat.
What is
Is she-
your occupation?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
How do
She
you
said she
occupy
let
yourself?
looks, vanity, and status or station or something get in the way.
Class.
So that would probably mean she's
I
part of the
remembered it was class.
aristocracy.
Ha.
Noble. Hey, isn't there a queen in this town that's super pretty? Is this her
And
daughter?
like 100.
Queen
Is this
Jenna.
her daughter?
No.
Granddaughter? Great granddaughter?
Granddaughter
Like,
would be more appropriate. Daughter would be like probably in like the 60s.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then even then.
I guess the only other thing Dethul would think of would be like, okay, thank you for your time, but one last question. You don't know a person by the name of Boring, do you?
She shakes her head.
He was born.
Thank you for your time.
Okay.
She
Are you sure
still
you're
walk
gonna
up
be okay?
says, "It's safe here. When I'm done with these foolish notions, I should be safe."
Because
Be
you
well.
scared the
Would you
shit
like us to walk you home
Says, I should be fine.
or insight check? No.
5,000?
Heal check might be more appropriate
Heal check.
if you're trying to.
I
trying
do
to
heal
like,
checks.
see like her mental
Yeah.
state. Yeah.
23.
Yeah. She seems rattled, but otherwise unharmed. It
Okay.
doesn't seem like she's
Suicidal.
seemed like she was suicidal, but
I discovered that she's okay after he does.
again. But it takes more than a second. It takes a couple extra seconds.
Yeah, he's just staring at her. Tripping her out.
If you're sure you're okay, then all right. We'll leave you be. But damn it, there was
She
something.
Live long and prosper.
goes. Alright.
And hope you feel better. Yeah.
Give it a-
Or get better. Yeah, or feel
Alright,
better.
so you're in the scholarly district.
What kind of buildings are there? Scholarly buildings?
There's lavish buildings all around. Some look
Is there
like
any-
academies, some look like schools, some look like libraries, like smaller libraries. Some
Like the big
look
one.
like museums. There's like this place has everything. Like this kid kind of just showed you like remember when he said like this place is full of like paintings and things like that. I won't show you that. It's all boring. This is that place.
Borings! Okay.
You can
Is
get
there,
the chips if you want.
Anyone by themselves?
If you don't want cheese ball.
Yeah, there's people. There's people walking around. Some people are kind of like sitting on some benches and
Bless you.
talking. Like, what's your goal here? Just trying to.
Just find which building would be.
That's gonna be easy enough to do. You make your way into a building here.
Okay.
There's plenty of them.
Okay. Is there a clerk or something?
Yeah. There's a guy at the front.
What are you doing?
Like,
What
hello.
can I do for you?
Are you done with the cheese
Yes.
ball?
We're looking for a friend of ours. His name is Uranus. He's been interrupted by someone and
I'm putting
distracting
the
the
cheese ball
DM.
She's
away.
like 85 for 25 now. I've been counting.
I will throw shit at them. They do know that, right?
Well, I'm trying to listen, but you're
Do you want me to move stuff off the table or not?
Should have actually gone.
Clear the table. There's going to be a fight in the scholarly district.
Fight to the death. Score
Continue.
ours.
How dare you stop that woman from jumping?
We're looking for Uranus, a friend named Uranus. He's been giving out arcane puzzles.
He at
For an
the
academy?
mention of that, he says, "I've heard of him.
That was quick.
Why didn't we go to the scholarly district
Taken
first?
Some of my best students.
Yes,
Not a fan of him."
Good!
I'm a big fan of him. Do you have one of those arcane puzzles on you?
He
Any
says,
chance?
"I wasn't gifted enough to get one."
Was boring? Sorry.
28.
Okay.
You know boring.
Do you
counting?
You know boring. Huh?
Well, maybe he knew boring.
do you know where the academy is?
He says, "Not here in Skyclaive."
Knew that.
That's
29.
Some of us knew that.
all I know about it. It's very mysterious. Anyone that's any student from here that has gone there that I've known hasn't been back.
They're dead.
He says, from what I understand, the note itself said that they could be gone for years without returning. So,
So nobody would be suspicious when they didn't
Do you
show up.
know if anyone's... Are those puzzles still being given out?
it says no new ones. Anyways, they were fairly popular for about a month. It's just maybe 5-6 months ago now. But since then, there've been few, if any.
Yeah.
At least not to any of the students here.
Do you know of anyone that received a puzzle but was unable to solve it?
It says, there's been plenty of talk about that. people saying that they've gotten them and denied the chance of going, saying they were too good for it, but I bet you they were just fibbing. If they said they were too good for it, they probably didn't even get one.
I feel like an insight day. Just to make sure if he's not hiding anything, I guess. 31.
He doesn't seem to be. This guy seems to be pretty upfront with you.
Telepathically
He doesn't
slap him.
Doesn't have any. Doesn't seem like he has anything that he would need to hold back to you, unless you start asking like super personal things. But this is all fairly generic questions. So
Yeah.
An elephant sitting on your face.
that's what you get from this guy. He's a receptionist at the front of the building, so he's there to answer questions. So.
Do you know what? We heard Uranus has been looking into some new stuff with some letters he sent to us, but do you know what it was?
Says, I don't know much about this academy. Like I said, I never got a letter, and they've been doing is stealing my students.
Was there anyone in, like, so you would know Uranus if you saw him?
Says, me? No, not personally.
What do you know of people that he interacted with in town here?
I'm gonna have to go to the scholarly district.
Well, you're just a case of shit.
From my understanding, he started up an academy fairly quickly in town. I don't think he was here very long. If he was here, he may have been to this school, but I doubt it. Plenty of other schools, though.
Yeah.
There's plenty of libraries. I'm sure he would have been to those if he's as scholarly as you say.
Yeah. Is there a predominant academy or school in the town here? Or
He says,
or the
"Why
other?
ours, of course. Why? This is why you're here, isn't it? Like I said, he stole. They took some of our best students.
Yeah.
We already had the best students."
Okay.
Do you know anyone named Bourne?
It says Bourne. That's a familiar name.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was getting there.
Fuck.
We believe he owned an
Fuck Chief
enchanting
Fellas over
stand.
there.
When you walked into this school,
Someone take notice of this.
you noticed that this academy was called the Enchanter's Stall.
Oh.
Maybe it's just dawning to you now, but
Could have mentioned that.
could have, but no one looked around or anything. So,
I like
you ask him. He says, "I remember Bourne. He didn't do very well here. He was here at the Institute of Magic for a while. He was exceptionally talented, but couldn't handle this curriculum. The structured workshops of our school, and eventually we had to issue multiple citations about his unruliness here."
Not one for the rules, or
He says he was more interested in the unusual and obscure magics, out of order of how we teach them, and it was just causing issues with the other students. So he neglected his studies of the common magic to research this other stuff. Without a foundation of knowledge, he wouldn't be able to learn this other stuff.
do you know
And
what
if
the
he-
other stuff was?
He says, nothing out of the ordinary, just the more advanced magic is all. He says, we would have gotten to it eventually, he just wanted to learn it before the others. So there's nothing out of the ordinary, though.
Is he lying? He's lying.
What type of magic?
He just
He's
asked.
lying.
It says just more advanced
I'll drink a
magics
drink
is all. He says,
Sounds well.
looking at you and at Gunnar, he says, "You wouldn't understand it anyways if I were to explain it to you."
Perhaps, but we have one of our friends doing some research elsewhere in the city, and she might be able to help with us. But she would want us to probably know.
Exactly. So
But if you don't mind telling us, otherwise she's a little bit grumpy.
he gives you very long explanation.
And I write it down.
There's a lot of X's, Q's, U's, all in jumbled letters, and he scribbles down some sigils and things. As to you, it just
Looks like a
looks
mess.
like a foreign language.
I'm okay with that.
Great.
He says, but
You're reading all day.
he says if she's as good of a mage as you say she is, these aren't going to be anything that she probably can't do already.
Tell them I have a sword.
Says that these magics that he was trying to learn, at least here, it's all the basic stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the Amaskari know it. It's just he wanted to learn it ahead of time, before he had a foundation of how to use everything. He wanted to learn the harder things first.
Is it more of a safety thing by going to the harder stuff first, or?
He says, yes, if you go to the hard stuff first, you might run the risk of accidentally exploding on an academy or teleporting yourself into an interplanar dimension. You never know what happens here. As he says, you need that foundation, and he just didn't want it. He wasn't a bad student. He was
just not patient.
Yes, he wasn't patient.
He did.
Do you think he was the one naturally wanting to know that, or if someone else might have been?
Are you really going to
getting
get
him
upset
to
if I
fight?
give them a question to ask?
Yes.
She can come tomorrow.
Can I just ask
What did you say?
I wonder if, or I've heard that Born was sort of working with, through what we can find of Uranus, that Born was working with him for a little bit, and
He says that's not surprising. He was a talented mage.
but I wouldn't be knowing Uranus and his quest for knowledge. I guess I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with Born's assertiveness for skipping.
He says, Boren was here for years, and he was always like that from the moment he stepped into the academy. He made an impression really quickly with us, as when we took him in, he was one of the most exceptionally talented mages we had, at least entering into the academy. But his progress wasn't as high as we had hoped it would become, because he wouldn't learn those foundations.
It wasn't as linear. Very well.
I'm trying to think.
We'll be back tomorrow after we get a mouthful from our mage.
But hopefully this should suffice. Thank you very much.
And he says, you're welcome.
Doesn't suffice.
High five.
Why didn't you ask if you knew of a way for a mage to just steal another mage's powers?
I don't care.
We don't even know that's what happened.
Fucking looked like it.
See, those are really
Why would they
specific
even
mage
think it?
questions that we wouldn't ask.
Because that was what happened with Boren.
We don't
But
know
they
that.
wouldn't know that.
We're not mages.
They're... What are you guys' arcane skills?
5.
6!
I win! You won! Yay!
Yeah, you lost the roll by 1.
8?
I don't know the arcane stuff earlier.
17!
Hey Charles, what's your stealth?
Yeah, see, everyone's
6!
better at things.
18.
What's your religion?
I don't.
I know her diplomacy sucks.
Yeah!
Well, considering he didn't know Bahamut was lawfully good, I'm guessing his religion's pretty low.
He does mention as well that if you need more information about Boren, he was married to a Milner, Arenda.
A Milner!
So you can probably look her up as well. She might have some more information.
Oh my god.
Do you know where we can find her?
Says he looks through some of his
An address.
books and he produces you address.
Oh,
Cool.
thank you.
That's later on.
Married to. Who was it again?
Boring.
No,
Milner.
Boren's married to who?
Arenda Milner. Irenda.
So does that mean his name was Boring?
Irendia.
Rirenda?
I think you cut out some letters.
Well, no, all I'm hearing is him talking.
Irenda. Wasn't what I said.
You know, I am actually half deaf, and people talking just.
My apologies.
I'm half blind.
Yeah,
It's
equally
getting
as
to the
deaf.
pretty close to the end of the day now. You've got
Hey,
a lot of
more
action
ale.
and all that today, so meet up back at the inn.
Investigating is thirsty work.
Alright, as you get
Are you
there,
going to give me the equation?
No. I'm gonna let you stew to think we've thought nothing all day.
So you're worthless, just like I think.
Oh,
all the
hey, we
time.
found
That's
a
not a
rat.
big surprise.
Or we went to the bar all day. Oops.
Oops.
I know this on the stool.
I was thirsty.
no, that's too.
We're going to
That was just kind of
A hero comes through the
I think
door.
you would add more pepper to those crackers.
Pepper crackers.
You walk into the bar and it's filled with evil rats.
Just rice and potatoes.
Yeah, no, you guys get back and you guys are able to talk a bit about your days, exchange the information that you found.
Nothing. Except
Very
this
little.
letter.
Thieves will get back to me, I hope, though.
I hurt so much.
What, do you want to fight?
I'll fight you.
Fight with laminating.
No, I went biking yesterday. Bad idea.
Right then.
What is
Just
this
look at this.
bike you talk about? Right.
So what'd you find?
You guys,
Books.
yeah, you guys all can talk about
Lots and lots of books.
Yeah, you got a like decent list of names though, and you've crossed it down to just a few left, and hopefully you'll maybe another day or so of doing it, you'll have a pretty good lead.
Oh yeah, by the way, apparently Digbar is no longer in town.
No
Yes.
longer in town or no
No
longer
longer.
in town?
No longer
Yes.
with us. Excellent.
Dead
Yes
bastard.
to a double question is not an answer.
Trying
Yes,
to
it
get
is.
us Rigdale. Good riddance. At least we got his shit.
My feet are tingling.
Yes.
And her feet are tingling. Apparently, Borin had a wife.
Has.
He's dead.
He's dead.
We don't know that yet.
As a
actually,
widow.
You're pretty sure that's what you saw, was him dying.
He could have gotten better. I'm not
better.
ruling anything out.
Okay? I'm just saying, from the looks of it, you got the impression that he was dead.
We've killed lots of things and that looked pretty
You
dead
should
to
up
me.
your heel.
Yeah, basically.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I found this piece of paper. Or
He's better.
We found this
Yeah.
piece of paper. It
Yeah.
says Arienda.
Yes.
Just like looking at the sigils and everything that he wrote down on. It seems like it's some of the more advanced things that you learned a bit later in your life, but nothing out of the ordinary.
It's
Aha.
not helpful.
however,
Too bad. That's what
you
we
get
got.
mad if we didn't tell you what it was. Because this is apparently what Boren was looking for. Or trying to learn when instead of skipping all the other stuff. It might have
He's
been
in a
important.
magic school.
I think we should look up his wife. And chances are there'll be an encounter of some sort because we haven't had one yet.
Good idea.
In a while. A good day.
I wouldn't say
Is
you
that a
to talk to
fight?
some poor schmuck's wife anyway.
Die.
Just saying.
You're not going to tell us about your encounter with a stupid suicidal chick?
Nope.
Yeah, there's a suicidal check. We saved a life. We saved a death.
So was she suicidal before she talked to you or after?
Not too sure.
Can't remember the night before if she was the one in the bar.
No, she wasn't.
Your
Check.
Your childhood friend is dead.
So the next day,
Hey, wait. I am going to spend some time during the night doing alchemy. Because I just remembered I can do that.
Oh yeah, I need to learn that ritual.
how much time? What are you making?
I have to make a couple things of bloodstinger poison.
How long does it take?
5
It
years.
tells you how long it takes to make each thing.
Chelsea, do you have my recipe book? I can't find it.
You do not make it.
Did you ever print it off?
I did, but I don't remember where it got put.
It's probably in that.
Yay.
I don't think it takes that long to make a Bloodstinger poison. It's just
Well, it depends
expensive.
on how long it takes you to find the recipe.
Alright, so you're probably able
Dual
to
skill.
make at least one of them for sure. I don't know how many you'll actually be able to make, but yeah, is that all you're doing in the night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else am I gonna do?
I
for you?
drink ale. And tell stories of my power
Yeah. Alright.
battle
So it's the next day.
and my cunning linguistics with the ladies.
What are you guys doing here now?
Dying.
Do you guys want to go talk to Arenda?
Sure.
She may have a clue.
Then I have to go
Clues
get
are good.
books.
30 minutes per potion. Each one costs 120 gold.
Yeah, I knew it was expensive.
Ow.
Like 3,000.
I wasn't talking about that.
Wait 1 second. Sorry, what level are you making?
Little
The
5,000.
level 8 ones?
Yeah, I swear to God, I had the rest.
They're 125 gold each.
Okay, that's still fine.
What do you
How
want?
is it? I know I printed it off.
Did you take it home with you when
No.
you took
Oh,
yours? Maybe I did.
You're the wrong
I have
kitty.
to print another one off.
Sorry. My legs hurt.
So just, hey,
Okay, I'll make a couple potions.
okay, just write down how many you made and
How much gold it costs? So that's 250.
yep.
So I have to keep the bottle on my lap to keep her off.
She'd probably just try and jump up, see the bottle, and then gulp, and that would claw you.
Okay. So it's the next
She
day.
could claw me.
What does that potion do?
Bloodstinger poison basically adds extra damage to my attacks. I believe it's 1d6 extra damage.
Oh, heaven
I know.
What was
Standard
close.
action. Apply Bloodstinger Poison to your weapon or one piece of ammunition. Make a secondary attack against the next target you hit with coated weapon or ammunition. Plus 11 versus Fortitude. On a hit, the target takes ongoing plus 5 poison damage save ends.
What was the one that did extra damage?
So did you make them? Because that means you have to write that down.
Yeah, I know.
Alrighty.
Of course I made them.
If we get into a fight,
I'm writing it down right now.
I'm not reading it out again, so
I got it. Plus 11 against Fortitude, and it's
Plus
an
5
ongoing
poison
5
damage.
poison damage.
Yep.
Standard action to do it.
Yeah, I know.
You're a standard action to do it.
what are you guys doing?
Yeah, that sounded worse.
You going back to the library?
No doing it. Not when your friends are over.
You going back to the library? Are you going?
Apparently, I have to go talk to a chick.
You don't have to.
Oh, if she starts talking about my
Normally,
magic
I would
stuff,
say
I
she
do.
should not be the one talking to a chick because she's just gonna get mad.
Die!
And we're gonna talk about her husband who died, which is not a happy thing to talk about.
I'll come read books with
Yeah.
you.
I think she's figured it out.
Yeah. We'd like to talk to you about Uranus. Oh, the person who killed my husband? Maybe.
We don't like him.
Yeah, we're mad at him too. Hooray!
So, who's going where?
I'm going to the library.
Good
Okay.
luck.
Wait, you're not coming with me?
No, I'm going to talk to Arinda.
Well, why are you doing that? I thought we
Because if
decided-
she's a mage's wife, she might be talking about magey shit, and they don't know anything.
That's true.
Yeah, we can go through
Okay.
things that are
And only on that reason I
Is
like
everyone
her.
going to Arenda's
Let's all go to
I
her
don't have anywhere else
house.
to go.
I hope she has ale.
He's
the
lawful
house?
good, so he won't steal shit.
It's in the middle class district.
Oh, snap.
You find that it's almost a run-down looking house. The other houses around here just look nicer, especially in this vicinity. There's some flowers out front, but they've wilted away, etc.
Oh no.
Knocking on the door, nobody answers.
Looks
You
like
try knocking again.
Don't make me break down the door, lady!
Takes a minute.
Why'd you break down the door?
It takes a
But,
minute to knock on the door.
Finally, a woman comes to the door and answers it. Can you put us in like a bowl,
Please.
please?
I'm gonna get up to get some popcorn.
The yellow one.
Before that happens, can I guess how long it's been since the yard was maintained? Or is it all houses in the area? Or
No,
just
it's
this
this one. Looks like a couple months.
one? Okay.
It looks neglected. Like there isn't like any grass to mow or things like that, but like the flower pots out front,
Yeah.
they don't look like they've had any water in them for a while.
Kind of like my plants at
No
home.
idea, I was giving that to you to eat.
Okay.
Do they taste like ketchup?
I hope so. The
Uh,
last two things that Monty had that were ketchup weren't ketchup.
She finally the woman answers the door, and she looks tired is the first thing that you notice. So she says, "How may I help you?"
We seek the whole
Arinda?
Says, "Yes."
Can we come in and talk to you about your husband?
Says, "Boren, do you have information?"
We might.
Oh no. No.
Yes.
Says, come inside." She kind of perks up a little bit about the.
Hearing her.
Might not be good news.
You come inside and you notice that even the inside doesn't even look like that well taken care of in here. Like some books are not in the shelves or on the ground. Some papers are strewn.
Are you sick?
I do a heal check on her.
Yeah, you can.
I think it's called depression.
You asked her that? Says, "No, I've just been. It's been a long 6 months."
23. 23.
This woman looks like she's had
Depression?
yeah, she looks like she's been depressed for a long time and it's just taken a toll on her. Is this a good one? No, that's not a good news.
Here, have a
It
lantern.
kind of is.
Or the Eddie
As long as it doesn't pick up too much.
Sephiroth, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, no, I don't want that one for this. Okay.
If we have that song
She
playing, I'm gonna
motions
cry.
over to a table, some chairs there. She sits down and says, "Did you have some information?"
Yeah.
We have a little bit. We're hoping you can fill in the gaps.
We came to town looking for a friend of our own, and we found through a little bit of investigation that our friend had been acquaintances with Boren, and also learned from one of the scholars that Boren was married to you, and thought we're trying to find our friend, and thought you might be able to help us, and it looks like we might be able to help you. Maybe, I don't know.
She just sighs as she says, "So, we don't have any new information. I've already told the guards everything that I've known. They've been looking into this for it seems like months now."
So you know what's wrong?
Says, "My husband has disappeared for 6 months. I haven't seen him in that long."
Lady, we're very sorry to inform you. Are you sitting down?
Yes, she's sitting down.
We have some bad news. We saw a vision in which Aranis, our friend, and your
Ex-friend.
husband were in a confrontation.
As soon as you say the name Aranis, she says, "Aranis! Knew he had something to do with this, didn't he?"
He
Yep.
had everything to do with this.
Yes, we saw a vision from a screening of an object, and in the vision there was a confrontation between your husband and Aranis killed your husband. That's what appears to happen. I don't know.
The look in her eyes turns
suck at
to near shock when you say this. As
Great.
this seems to be the first news of anything like this she's heard. As she just gasps, she says, sobbing, "He stole my husband away from me!"
Yes.
And
She
a few other
slams down her
things.
as she slams down her fists.
He tried to kill us too. We're trying to stop him.
Yeah, he seems to be taking many people's husbands away. So we're
You're married?
we're on a quest to stop him. Not our husbands, other people's husbands.
We're
We
trying
did
to.
kill that whole colony of.
Yeah, we know. We're trying to find out more about where he might have gone. I don't suppose you've heard anything about Aranis in the last little bit.
Or if your husband still has that puzzle.
Her husband wouldn't have had a puzzle.
I know.
The academy wasn't started until after he closed the shop.
So 5 or 6 months.
She says, they both disappeared at the same day. I was sure that they went off to do one of their experiments.
Did they often do that?
Says
Experiments.
says they would always go off as but he'd never tell me anything about his work. It was very secret but very important. Couldn't even tell his own wife.
Do you keep any of his things here?
Says it was as she gets up from the table, she moves to another room while mumbling. As after about a minute or so, she comes back with a nice wooden box.
Good.
Inside it, she pulls out a piece of parchment like a flyer. It says on it in big, almost swirling letters, it says, seeking assistant to a strong magical affinity for fantastic and exciting research opportunity. Contact sender for more information.
Yeah, this looks like Uranus's handiwork.
May we have this? We may be able to gather extra information from this notice using our scrying ritual. Scrying ritual.
Good point.
She says, here, you can have it.
Thank you.
Says,
We are sorry for your loss.
says I had my suspicions, but no one has confirmed it. When you haven't seen your own husband for 6 months, it's
Fear the worst.
exactly.
I don't suppose he had any journals or anything like that he kept.
A workshop in the house.
He did have random
Says,
treasures.
any work that his work only stayed at work. It was very important to him that it was secret and nobody could know. As far as I know, most of the operations were at Uranus's shop. As I already said, I don't know. They'd be gone for days.
When they were
Insight
gone.
check.
Yeah.
Because it's
Alright.
insight gate.
Look through the house and see if you can find secret passages.
Oh, yeah. Get the thief to look. Actually, that's a good idea.
36.
36.
In a lawful, good way.
Hiding anything, missing anything, not. Yeah. Or
Jeez.
Is she a witch?
No.
deception.
May
check,
we
basically.
burn her?
You don't sense any deception.
Can I look at the
do you-
box?
Just sorrow.
And she's holding the box. She's
What is that
She-
box? I asked her.
She says, it's just my keepsake box.
Do you mind if I have a...
She pulls out some more papers and says, since before I met Boren, he says he always had a dream of starting an academy, better than the one that he was kicked out of. One he would revolutionize teachings, and says those were his words, and that was his plan.
Did it have a name?
Just interrupt her.
I'm really interested.
Oh my gosh.
She says, he hadn't put a name to it, no. Says,
That sounds a lot.
look, even a list of names of people who he met over the years whom he thought could study theirs. She just hands this over to you.
That'll be helpful.
Yeah.
Then I heard of Uranus's academy, and people go there, no one returns. You heard the stories.
You
Yeah.
started to, yes.
Never once had Boren's name come up.
That is kind of weird that he suddenly decided that. Do you mind if I have a look around? I might be able to figure out something based on just a random book or something that might be lying around.
Says, there's nothing here that you'd find that hasn't been looked at by the guards or myself. He didn't keep anything here.
Do I sense anything arcane in the house? Fuck yeah, I do. It's 20.
You sense some magical items around.
Can I look at them?
Like looking around, like her clothes seem magical.
Why are your clothes magical?
Says, whose art?
Mine.
Are you guys wearing your armors?
Probably.
Usually, but
Then
it's only a leather.
yes, they are.
Oh right, I do have something. Yeah, if it's a grimy one.
I'm naked.
Mine's a dark leaf art.
If it's a
dark
plus
leaf.
anything, then yeah.
If it's yes,
Name anything.
it's
Are we gonna fight anything anytime soon?
It depends
At
what
this
questions
exact
you ask.
moment.
No, I want on the couch.
And then she suddenly turns into a dragon.
I take my dice with me.
Okay. Take your sheets too, so you know.
No, I'll just say I got this. What's my arcana?
No.
Alright. Yeah, she just hands you over some of the stuff in the box, and she keeps a necklace out of it and a memento, and she says, I don't think these will help you. They're just keepsakes, so she kind of tucks them to herself.
Sorry, lady.
Says,
Insight check.
you're not gonna find
Okay.
anything. They seem like they're keepsakes, like stuff he's either given her,
Yeah.
More
like
sentimental.
Okay.
yeah, sentimental than anything. And she says, when you find Uranus, bring him to justice. I. And she just kind of starts breaking down and says, let me know.
We'll find a way.
Yes. With the U.S. Navy.
Is there anything we can do for you? No.
Easier.
Will you be alright here for
No.
now?
She says,
Is there someone you can go spend some time with?
my
Do this about?
my family is still here, and they come over, but I'll need to spend more time with them now.
I would think so. Well then.
You wouldn't have heard anything about their conversations, or did they always keep that to themselves?
Says sometimes Lauren would come home frustrated and say a few things, but
Drunk.
never drunk. He didn't drink. Says, but they had their arguments, but he never really mentioned what they were ever working on. Said he never told me anything what they were working on, just their experience.
Were they always working in the shop?
Says, yes, I've already said that, and she just starts breaking down more. Just seems like all these questions are just getting to her.
Yeah, maybe
I
you better
would
leave.
walk her to her family's house.
So she doesn't try to jump off a balcony?
Yeah.
No, she does. She seemed eager to
Kill
have
Uranus.
word from us. Once.
She says, I think I've given you everything I can. Just let me know when you're able to find Uranus and bring him to justice.
You've been most helpful. Thank you very much, man.
Yes. Again, sorry for your loss. Have a lantern. I made that guy
How many
feel
of those
better.
do you have?
I bought some so I can open my own store.
Some monkeys and crickets.
Yeah, mad, angry monkeys.
Alright.
Alright, hooray! Clues!
I don't suppose your academy friend would know any of the names on the list we just got, would he?
Yeah, probably.
Ask if any of them are still at the academy.
Yep.
Yeah?
Because this was a list of potential names, wasn't it?
Yes. He was
So-
potential names that this guy had written down that he knew.
So they
the
may not-
academy
Warren
would
wrote
be the
that?
best place to look, I figured.
Yeah.
I have to go back to the library.
Okay.
No.
It's easy enough for you to do now that you've dealt with stuff here. What are you three doing?
I'm gonna go with them, I think, to the academy.
All three
Sure.
going to go to
Without the
the
maze again? Damn it.
We're gonna get in crap again.
You guys again, you useless. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure, I'll go back to the...
Going to, or
I'll look in on that girl.
Alright.
Yeah.
So Nara, get back to the library.
Yep.
Continuing your research.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Free chair! Free chair!
What'd you get?
15, so 32.
Yeah. Alright.
Jeez. You're a cold cat. You're standing by the window.
You've got information.
Good.
And we'll go over it a little bit here when everyone's back together.
Okay.
Hooray! Information.
Uh,
My legs hurt.
Jin, Dethul. So, are you guys, you're just going back to that one academy?
Well, that was the one that Boren was originally at,
Yeah.
so it seems the most likely place to get some of the names crossed off.
Alright.
I make a copy of the
Um,
names instead of giving them the actual list.
Good idea.
Yeah. I kind of want to
Ah!
Yeah.
speed up
Okay.
through this stuff, so,
So we got some
what kind of, you're looking for, just...
We're looking to see if any of the people in the names are still in town, mostly.
Okay, so you're just kind of just crossing off names on the list.
Anyone who wouldn't have made the.
Or might still have a puzzle.
Exactly.
Okay.
And didn't make a cut.
Oh!
Oh.
That's
We leveled up?
No.
Huzzah!
Oh yeah, by the way, you get attacked. What?
That would have been some information that you've
Yeah.
gotten from
There's some
Arena. 1 second.
There's some dragons dropping bugbears on people. Bugbears! Ah! Pollywogs! Hypnotoads!
You dropped spaghetti monsters.
About that.
What?
We didn't answer 8 questions. Fail.
No, I asked about the puzzle.
No, you asked about the... You asked
No,
about the
I
puzzle.
said, have you gotten information or did you receive a puzzle?
Yes, and she brought out the letter.
Yeah.
And then you guys just grabbed it and started asking other things. I guess you guys assumed that was the puzzle.
So she's got a puzzle.
Well, you don't know that.
Gotta break into the house again, don't I?
But,
You think she would have volunteered, oh, by the way, Aranis gave this to my husband.
Or
yeah,
my husband was designing.
if there was
this.
anything else in that box anyways,
Yeah.
You guys have whatever was in that box, and it's mostly like papers and things, nothing that looks like
Nothing physical.
puzzle. Maybe when the puzzle was
I
solved,
accidentally
it
bump into her and make her
disappeared
drop
or
the box.
whatever. So you're not really sure because you haven't seen it.
Okay.
But
Nothing looked out of the place when we looked at it. Yeah.
yeah, and you have everything that's in the box other than the necklace that she had and another
Wait.
note. So,
The necklace was in the box?
yeah,
Yeah.
it was a keepsake.
But it's her keepsake box, not
Oh.
his work
Yeah.
box.
No, it wasn't Boren's box. It's her box.
I
With
see, okay.
She keeps
Stuff
things in
that
her
Boren
box.
gave her in it. You know.
Makes sense.
Alright then.
Alright, so you guys, give me
Oh god.
a roll. What would you think would be appropriate for trying to get information out of these guys?
Insight?
Diplomacy for me.
Alright, so diplomacy and insight. Those work well together.
What's your
Just trying
insight? Because
to-
it might be better than my diplomacy.
just,
Just trying to be
Both have
diplomatic so they give us the.
Diplomacy, eh?
well, you can roll insight, Kyle.
Yeah,
You
well,
don't have to.
that's a shitty roll.
You have to.
Insight would be 20.
Diplomacy would be 29.
What up, bitches? That's very diplomatic.
It's about as diplomatic as Chelsea.
I'm a bitch. How
Try not
did
to
you know?
lose information.
Good stuff.
At least we're playing the game.
I am playing the game.
You find
I'm not there
that
right now.
You're playing a different game.
talking with the clerk guy at the front, and he lets know about some of the names on the list. Most of them have
Left.
for various means, not just Aranis's letter, but most of them aren't here. There's a couple that you talk to. One of them tells you that he got the puzzle, but he got frustrated with it and threw it away because.
Can you describe it for us? What it was?
Yes,
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
I'm just making sure I ask this time.
It was just basically like a kind of like a puzzle box type of thing, right? And he says once you solve it, I guess it's supposed to lead you to the person that was that contacted you. He says, but I gave up on it. It was a stupid little toy.
I suppose you threw it away then.
He says many months ago.
Do you know anyone who might still have that still hopes to solve it?
He says they haven't even sent out any new ones that I've heard of. So anyone that would have had it probably did the same as me. That's kind of what you gather from this is there doesn't seem to be any more of them here.
Wonderful.
There's a couple more like going off the list here. You're able to get to it doesn't take you that long at this academy. You go to a couple other academies because not everyone here was at this student like a student here, and just going around, you find that there's a couple prominent people on this list. and you narrow it down to who's actually still in the city, and we'll get back to that when you guys get back together.
Okay.
Gunnar.
Hi. Did we ask her name?
She gave you her name.
Yeah, I pronounced it Anina Claudra.
That's close. Anina. Enyina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anina Claudra.
And then Kladra.
Sorry, I'm daft and half sleepy. K which? Yeah.
Ladra. Claudra.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty suicidal lady.
Yeah. That's what's on lady.
So, upon looking for her, you find that she's actually walking down the street towards you.
Coincidence.
Hello, Anina.
So when she sees you, she says, "Ah, I've been looking for you and your friend. My parents, they want to meet the people who saved my life, and would like to throw an elaborate dinner for you and your friends."
Oh, that's very generous of them. I will have to talk with my friends to see if that's okay. Is it okay if I bring my friends?
Says
There's only a few.
She says, "Of course."
Okay. Where is your house?
She says it's for tonight, and she hands you a piece of parchment with an address on it, as she says to try and dress nice for the occasion.
Oh dear. Do you have any suggestions of where a person can buy nice clothing?
She says there's. She kind of laughs at that. She says,
"We're more adventure types."
I've gathered. There's a she gives you a name of a pretty good shop.
Okay.
She says that something not too expensive, but in a decent price range.
Okay.
So she then she heads off.
Did you ask her if she was okay? How is she doing?
Yeah, you make some small talk with her, and she just like looking at her and her demeanor just
Tell she's feels better.
seems so much better than she was yesterday.
Why do
Hooray!
I have a feeling we're being set up over dinner again?
Because it's fun.
Because that's what you always think.
Come to dinner.
Fries.
I'm not taking my armor off.
Whatever, just give it a good polish.
Yeah, that's true enough.
Yeah. So, it takes you a little bit of time to actually find her because, going by and stuff and all that. So, you guys all are able to head back to the inn, meet up with each other.
Alright.
Dinner time, what?
We have an invitation.
Spit shine my armor.
Yeah.
Mm.
Armor is just AC, right?
And appearance.
Appearance, yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying if I wasn't to wear my armor.
Yeah, it just brings down your AC.
I'm sure I could find a nice cloak that would
Yeah.
cover up the back of it and make it look nice.
Yeah, you're able to go and do a little bit of shopping along before you head out. Are you guys going to attend?
Yep.
Free meal? Sure.
Alright.
We're impressive. We're not going to take Jen with us, though. She's probably trying to steal things. That's her sister.
So you buy something nice or no? Sort of the middle.
Oh, nice.
You spend some money on some decent clothing, attire. How much are you willing to spend?
5,000 gold.
All right,
No.
you're able to find shops that sell clothes for
Yeah,
hefty prices,
that's true. I don't know. 50 gold?
up to 50 gold.
How about 5?
Oh, yeah, 50 is a bit much.
If you're just looking for a straight nice cloak, yeah, 50 is a little much. You can get a really nice custom fitted one for 50 gold. But yeah, so 5 gold for
Sure.
a nice looking kind of black cloak that just accentuates the look. You can probably change the music now.
Sure.
But Oh, actually, I'll do that when you get to the house.
Don't they already have a cloak?
Yeah. Are you just polishing up stuff then?
Sure.
Alright.
I'm not buying anything new.
Of course not. No, so, yeah, mark it down.
Right, I did.
Alright. Whatever you guys are buying, just give it a mark down if you are. And, make your way to the house on the Noble District. This house is,
Never did decide who was taking the ring, did we? I don't need it.
yeah, you guys can decide that. If there's a combat, then someone is already wearing it. How about that? So someone has it on, we just are undecided who.
It teleports.
I don't need it.
The house is in the Noble District, and this is a very large house. When you arrive, there's someone there to greet you who's wearing a very elaborate greatcoat. Says, we are expecting you, as he guides you into the great hall of their estate. In the great hall is a huge banquet table set up, and a few people are there. You see Anina as she says, "Oh, you've made it!" To realize the inside here, the inside of this house, is much larger than it is on the outside.
Magic.
Says, "Allow me to introduce my parents." So you, as two very elaborately dressed Mascari, are there standing as she says, "Kinshiga, my mother, and Auckland, my father."
Can she go?
Yeah, Kinshiga.
Can she go? Yes, she can. Can she go? She can go. And Orkago?
Auckland. Auklan. They give their heartwarming thanks in helping their daughter in a time of grief and need, and you get the feeling that they feel kind of foolish for doing for her doing what she did for the man of his class. They invite you in to eat, and as you sit down, several people come out and carry several platters of food in front of you, fresh off the heat. These dishes put those that you've had in the taverns these last couple of nights to shame. Like these are delicacies.
Are they poisoned?
So I'm gonna roll. if you think that they might be poisoned, then you're gonna have to roll something.
I don't have poison.
Well,
What
you
type
think
of
that
roll?
they are?
That'd be like a thievery check.
Yeah, thievery would be a good one.
What's my favorite?
You can roll it.
Just roll anyway.
Yeah, you're trying to figure it out, so.
18.
Plus 6. 24. No. Damn it. They're not poisoned or anything. These.
I figured I had enough insight that it seemed a lot more hospitable.
Yeah, like your
yeah.
passive insight here, like just getting the feel of everything here. Like these people, like they seem like they have your thanks for saving their daughter. They go into some detail that these are classic Mascari dishes, refined for thousands of years in deep Mascar. All the materials seem to be made of what they can produce in deep Mascar, which is in the Underdark. They do bring it up kind of on their own, like the glory of the Mascari people and how they returned from the Underdark from over 4,000 years as their kingdom fell in the old days, and just from the the Mascari people, just the personal stories and teachings of them, that the Mascari people themselves were one of the most hated empires of all time, just from your teachings of and learnings of it. They are believed to be responsible for a lot of horrors in the world, like the Helmed horrors, which you may have heard of in your travels.
Heathens!
Probably.
They were created by the Amaskari. Well, they were too ambitious with their magic, and they don't bring up that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of what you know of them. And
They actually they created a race of constructs.
the Helmed Horrors, the Brown Dragons they created, bunch of different like horrors in general.
Whores?
Horrors.
They enslaved.
They created horrors, I tell you, horrors!
The kingdom that destroyed the Amaskari people empire all those thousands of years ago was itself destroyed by the Spellpeg, which is the Mulan people, which you know of, or in that town, Gilgamesh, that he took to down here. So they saw an opening and came back, and that was, you know, that was the main downfall of their old empire, was the slavery. And one of the first edicts that the new empress declared was that there would be no slavery, and slavery is one of, if maybe the only crime that you know of in High Amaskar that is punishable by death. Yeah.
Exciting.
They're pretty proud of the, and this is them now. They're pretty proud of the fact that the Empress formed a body of artificers, planners, and apprehenders. As they just kind of, they're basically trying to bore you with all the details of the Amaskari. They like bringing up their own histories.
They're very prideful.
They're very what?
Prideful.
Oh, prideful. I thought you said practical.
Practical.
Proud.
They're very practical about bragging.
And you know that they bring up that she formed a body of artificers, planners, and such, whose power is equal to and balances hers, kind of like Parliament. You know that, and they say that there's rumors now that the Empress is looking for someone to replace and is looking to abandon the old bloodline relationship and is looking for someone outside of her bloodline.
She's a real Pope Benedict.
Sure. So several changes. It was the slaves that led to their downfall as they rose up against them, and same thing with the Helmed Horrors, whose numbers became too great to contain. They do, however, talk to you and say how great the new Amaskari Empire is and how things have progressed.
Well, we haven't been here long, but I'm impressed. This is quite the city you have.
Says yes, and we've built it in not even 100 years.
Impressive.
Like, where else in the world have you seen something like this?
Well, Hammerfast is not quite. But there's
You've
more
been
dwarves.
drinking, haven't you?
But he's a dwarf.
I am a
So is that a no? I said, you've been drinking, haven't you?
Yeah, there's wine on the tables.
Half empty glasses.
Yeah.
Half full glasses.
Sure. Yeah, so this just lasts for the evening.
Thank you for your hospitality.
And when the evening dies down a bit, and you spend these many hours just speaking and talking, says the Auckland, he says, I hope our hospitality here has adequately shown you our gratitude.
He's been fabulous.
Says,
Fabulous.
he says, there's one more thing. You see, he kind of got the nod from his wife as he was kind of seeing you out, and there he says, we'd like to offer you the use of one of our guest houses if you would like the respite from the inns.
That is the most gracious offer.
Yes, very gracious.
Am I there?
Yes?
Okay.
Why wouldn't you be?
I don't know.
Here,
It was just a washroom.
I was trying to be loud so you could hear
I was
us.
kind of hearing, but I wasn't sure if I was there or not.
Yeah, so I assumed everyone went.
Okay, good.
What's there? That's a very
Says,
generous offer.
the guest house is, do you guys take him up on the offer? Or?
Should, it's free.
Sure.
Only just bring our poor dumb.
Gift horse in the mouth, but in this case, I think I'll take it.
So you'd like to. We have another friend
Never
who's.
look a gift horse in the mouth.
I'm thinking of another saying then.
So we have another friend back at the inn who's sort of a bit of a
Recluse.
recluse.
Yeah. Aha!
Three of us got the right word. We're in sync. Chelsea, where were you on that one?
Yeah, we level up. We level up. We don't know.
So we probably want to bring him here, but make sure it's okay with him first. But we'd love to take you up on your offer.
It says this. That is fine. It says he gets one of the
Porters
to show you to the guest area or to the guest house. And
Hot damn.
the guest house is from the outside quite what you expect from this area. It's
very elaborate.
It's bigger than the inn you were staying in.
Yeah.
The inn itself.
Expensive.
Yeah. And when you go into the inside, it's also larger on the inside than it appears to be on the outside.
Obviously knows the spell that Aramis knows.
Are they with us?
Are you Aranis' father?
Once they showed you out, they just...
Well then, I'd be happy to stay here.
Yes, you have a house.
Fuck adventuring.
So you're able to go get
adopt me.
Karen to maybe the next day you'll go grab him because it's pretty late in the night now. No.
Did my dragon sleep in the backyard?
You asked.
Without freaking people out.
They say that it shouldn't be an issue.
But do they have people that would be able to take care of a dragon?
I can take care of the dragon.
Yeah, it's a fairly large area, and I'm sure that it'd have no issue running around or whatever around
Frolicking.
the yard.
Hide your small pets and your large pets.
Hide anything that looks tasty.
And your ill
So now that you're all back together and
sleeping in a wonderful
comparative, you're able to talk about what you have all learned today, and
oh yeah, we got a couple things to talk about, don't we?
yeah.
Hooray!
Cross-referencing the one or two authors that Anara has narrowed it down to, you find that the name no.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You find there was a couple books that took very much interest to you, Anara, and one was called Everywhere: A Practical Guide to Planehawking. And you found a series of books that seemed particularly promising, written by the author with the name K. Tarmakos.
K. Tarmakos?
Yeah. And there's several other books. Dragonplane Portal, A Guide to Interplanar Travel, Comparable Magical Taxonomy, Volume 2, and the Hazards of Theoretical Chronomancy and the Abjectory Philosophy, communicating this to the others. This basically. But on the list that you guys have, and crossing off the names that you guys were able to, and speaking with some of the people, this name is on that list. And
K. Tarmakos?
He's still in town?
Tarmikos.
Oh, I was off by a letter.
I was off by many letters.
I didn't write it down.
I had the T right.
He was off by all the letters!
Yeah. As, you were able to get the address of this person, speaking with some of the academies, that this is a pretty prominent author, and they knew where they were and kind of a little bit about their circles, and they point you to the direction, but it was getting a bit later in the day, so yeah.
Extreme rest.
You now have pretty good food.
Yeah, with the luck we've been having so far, I wouldn't be surprised if he's dead.
Or kills us.
So yeah, you guys are all
optimistic as always!
One more time.
How late is it?
It's
Let's go time.
night.
There's lots of different times of night.
Late night. Because you guys got to the house around probably dinner time, like 5-ish.
Party!
Another 4 or so hours there just talking and everything.
There's some
So it's
good
like probably
food,
about
man.
10 at night now.
That does it. I decided
Does
I'm
that
going to be a noble.
You're going to be a noble dwarf.
Yes.
So that means you're going to shave your beard.
No.
So, it's the next day now. You guys are able to get some sleep.
I'm going to shave my pride and joy. It's my identity. My beard.
What are you guys doing this next day?
I guess we're gonna go talk to the author, and we should all come just in case he tries to kill us.
Yay.
You say this like I have a plot just to kill you guys at all the times.
That's why we attack first.
Are you okay, Tarmakos? Yes.
Oh, he can't hurt us. Woohoo!
Okay, search his house.
Don't kill him though.
Didn't see that coming. You plain jumping asshole.
Going to his house.
You head to the house. The house is in the higher tiers of Skyclaive. Probably in the middle to high class, around that. Not noble district where you guys were.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
may take
on
up
the
writing.
rate
Apparently it's profitable.
But this is one of the higher tiers. As you approach the house, it appears from the outside to be a fairly modest little dwelling.
As always.
As you go up to the steps of the house, who goes up to knock the door?
Trap.
I'll do it.
Touch the door, you explode!
I knock on the door.
Go to knock on the door, and you find that the door is already ajar, slightly.
Son of a bitch.
And as you knock on it, it kind of opens up a little bit. As the sight inside the house is that it has been completely tossed. Papers and books strewn across the floor, dressers opened and upturned, the bookcase is emptied, and it looks like whoever was here last ransacked the place.
I call out, is anyone home?
Perception check for people outside watching for us.
Go ahead.
So you say that, you yell that out?
I don't yell it out, but I say, anybody home?
Alright. There's no immediate response.
21 perception for looking for people. Probably none.
Looking for people in the house?
Outside.
Outside? There's some people walking about on the streets.
Nothing suspicious.
Nothing overly suspicious. You guys are a group of people out knocking on a door.
Yeah. Some attention, but yeah.
Yeah, you get a couple like looks, but
should we alert the authorities?
I think it would be prominent in this case to actually alert the authorities, considering.
We don't even know somebody's in there or 4 guys dead.
Yeah, but I think in this case it'd probably be a good idea to at least
We
let
could
someone
alert
know.
someone.
Yeah,
To ask
and then
someone
have a look
to
around.
get the authorities.
You alert
We'll
going in.
search for.
We can ask someone from the crowd to do that, I assume, as well.
there's no crowd. There's just
Okay, if
There's people
walking.
going by.
is there a guard happen to be nearby?
Sure.
Ta-da.
Well, why don't we go talk to the guard? Anyone object?
Stupid lawful.
I should go inside.
Well, if we go inside and then
And
someone.
then we might be accused
Yeah.
of what's going on inside.
No one seems to have been paying any attention to you, really.
We
So
can be
he's
loud.
telling you to go in the house.
Fine, we go
You
inside.
can. Or you can go talk to the guard.
I'd like.
There's 4 of you.
I'm already inside the house.
You're inside the house. 2 of you are inside the house. What are you 2 doing?
Well, they've decided for us, so go in
You
the
guys
house.
just
Yeah, I
went
guess
inside
we're
the
gonna
house?
go in the house.
Sure.
Okay.
This poor piece of paper. It's going to take a lot. It's about to fall apart. Vampires! What the fuck?
Not more. Or maybe they're my friends.
Is this the one that
So
tried
you
to kiss you?
Go inside, and as you start going inside, then you start noticing some people like kind of just stopping on the streets as you all kind of slowly make your way in. Just kind of like looking, kind of like a little bit of a crowd.
Yeah.
Not many, just like 1 or 2 people just kind of stop, and you guys go in, and it looks like a ransacked place.
Anybody alive?
No one's responded to him yet. You don't see any bodies anywhere.
Perception check for tracks. Or
We do an
signs
arcane
of...
check to see if he hooked somebody. He hooked it right. We're much better at ransacking listeners. See what they were looking for.
24 perception. To see what
If there's any signs of someone.
trace or what they were... Yeah.
Oh, you're doing like a tracking check?
Yeah.
Alright. What's everyone else doing?
I'm looking around to see if the guy's home, personally.
perception.
Okay.
Engineering.
Oh, that's good. 14.
Okay. Gunnar, are you doing anything? There's some people up on the streets. Like there's a man, a woman. There's the kid. There's
Wait, the
kind of
kid?
looking.
Send the kid for the guard.
Yes,
The
there's
guard was right outside the door!
not outside the door, but you see a guard.
Okay, I will call out to them and say, fetch a guard.
Alright, one of them. Just roll like a diplomacy. or
Please
something.
fetch a guard. Diplomacy?
+1.
Yay, 16.
One of the
Onlookers.
onlookers, the woman, goes in, says, okay, and just kind of runs down. Be a minute or so, but.
Yeah.
Alright,
Anara, what are you doing?
Is there any arcane aura in the house?
probably.
Well, it was becoming
Gonna roll.
more mage. I am rolling.
Okay, what'd you get?
15, so 32.
Okay. So with Dethul, looking around inside, just for tracks and such, you don't like this floor. This house has just one floor on it and just 2 rooms. You do a quick search between you and Jin, and you don't find any bodies, no blood. There doesn't seem to be like anything that seems like a fight at all.
Just looks like the place was tossed.
Search.
Looking around, there aren't any other exits in this building. Like even just doing like searches on the walls or anything, or trying to see if there's something behind the bookshelf, but there's no other exits. Anara, you sense the residual signature of what perhaps used to be here, or used to be what you might have been, like something magical was here, and it's not now. Like you just kind of get the sense that something pretty magical was here, and it's gone.
You're able to trace it.
Doesn't seem like it. It's not here.
Excellent. Well, there goes our lead. Fuck.
I think I said! Looking at what's lying around, is it just basically like papers and...
Papers, books, clothes, dressers have been opened and thrown out and so forth. Books thrown about. You can
Does it
find
look
that
like anything valuable still in this room?
Fuck.
Hey,
Steal
I'm
it?
not stealing it. I'm just saying, was it stolen? Like,
I
was
just
it
called the guard.
anything valuable.
like? Is there still
or-
valuables that could be considered worthy?
Yeah, there's
of
some
taking?
like jewelry and stuff here.
So it wasn't tossed for the jewelry then.
Yeah, like there's some like gold chains or like some earrings and things like that. And
I wasn't going to steal anything.
Does it look like the search went around the room and stopped at a specific place?
no, it looks like everything.
That's
What?
That's nature, wouldn't it be?
For what?
No, not in the house.
Perception.
would be fine with that.
How recent it looks to be tossed.
But we'll get there in a sec. After a couple moments, are you just standing by the door there?
Yeah.
Alright. Guard comes over. He says, "What seems to be happening here? You called for me."
We were looking for to talk with the owner of this home, and we noticed the door was open, and it looked like it had been someone had gone through it. We decided to call you, and we went inside to make sure that there was no one.
No one was hurt.
Well, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will go bring this up to. He first says this. Is there any bodies inside?
We don't see
We
anyone.
didn't see anyone.
No sign of a fight either, from what we can tell.
Looks
He
like it
says,
was just
then
one side.
I will go run this to.
No sign of the homeowner.
He says I will go run this to the back to the captain and we'll launch an investigation.
Okay.
See,
Thank you.
he takes down. He asks you your names as well.
Okay.
Just to have as a reference.
Yeah.
It's, you give him your actual names.
Sure.
Jin.
I can be anyone I want, so Jin's fine.
Emilio, assholes.
I could be anyone I want, so I'll give him
sometimes you
Jin.
don't say anything, or you give false stuff.
Kevin,
You are
I
giving
do.
something false.
Kevin
In this
Bacon.
case, I think it would be better just to give him my actual name that I
Okay.
signed into town
First
with.
name.
Jin.
Alright.
Are the
Yeah.
people still outside watching from before?
There's still a couple people outside.
I go out to talk to them.
Good idea.
Did anybody see you walk in? Other than us.
Inside.
Yes.
Yeah, the guard, he runs off, and he runs fairly quickly. Like, this is going to be some sort of a deal, or somewhat urgent, so, it doesn't look like he's strolling and taking his time.
No. I'm gonna look around to see if it looks like anything was perhaps missed that this guy was looking for. Like I'm gonna.
And as you're by the door still, the guard just goes, little kid, little girl comes up to the steps, and she gets behind you and closer to the door as she says, What's going on here?
Do you happen to know the owner of this house?
Says, I've seen him walking around.
How
I-
recent was that?
I saw him yesterday. The house is ruined. What's going on?
Where did you see him? Did he look distressed at all?
Says, no, I saw him just walking around. He normally does.
Around here?
Yes, he lives here.
No, you live around here.
Oh, you asked if she lives around here?
Yes.
Says, I live a few houses up.
Well,
Did you see anyone around this house yesterday? Sorry.
He says, I saw him coming from the house. I didn't see anything else.
Yeah, well, we just got here ourselves and we're trying to figure out what happened because we're looking to talk with the owner of the home.
What were you rolling?
Perception.
But there's
I got a 12 plus
Perception on
the girl.
perception or insight?
Are you really a girl?
Kind of insight. I was trying to
Prove
Like,
it.
what were you trying to get with perception? What she
not
looks
deception
like?
of what she's saying, but a deception of who she is. I guess. Yeah.
So insight.
So 12 plus 17.
You sense that something is off with this child. Looking at her, she's a child through and through. Couldn't be any more than 10 years old. But the way she's speaking and the kind of glimmer in her eyes is not what you're used to seeing in a child. You're not quite sure what it is.
I whispered to Anara, "Can you just check her quickly for magic?"
What's your name, little girl?
That's only a 6.
Pocahontas?
Plus the
23.
23.
She says, "My name's Jessica."
Lies! I smack her with a hammer. I take her head off. I do not understand.
Well, now there's a murder in this house.
And when you ask him, that's it.
Oh crap! It's a guy.
That he
man,
says,
girl.
why are you looking for him?
Oh, we're looking for a friend. And,
We actually
he
wanted to
might
ask
have
him-
information.
Yeah, we
Will
wanted
you
to ask him about.
stop giving the little girl
And-
information?
We wanted to ask him about about the college that he went to. We heard it was very, very well known, and we were wondering if he knew anything about it.
Anara, you're still in the building?
Yep.
So yeah, you're able to kind of get a little bit of a read on her inconspicuously because you're kind of in the darkened room, and you sense that there's some sort of unusual magic going on here, and you sense that something you really weren't expecting from this little girl. She's wearing a significant amount of magical items. The smallest child's outfit is enchanted in some way, and the sack on her belt definitely has some sort of magical element, magical enchantment as well, but it's difficult to tell what. And then,
What?
so,
How many items does she seem to have on her that are arcane?
couple.
Just those two, then, eh?
You're not the one doing the check.
Yeah, you're not.
Well, I was the one who asked her to do the check, so I can talk to her.
What the fuck is
So
it?
you talk to her in front of the little girl?
God no.
Then
Okay, well-
you don't know.
I'll do an
So
insight check on her as
how do you
well.
know the owner of the shop?
Says,
You seem close.
he's my friend. I talk to him every once in a while. We're neighbors.
I thought you said you
you were a few houses up.
You can be
Oh boy.
neighbors in a few houses up.
Like you said, you never really talked to him. You just saw him walking on the street.
I saw him walking yesterday,
31 insight.
and that's what she said. She saw him walking yesterday.
Yeah, but she said she sees him sometimes, but she didn't say she talked to him before.
Ooh,
If
17
you talk to
feet.
him. What?
31 insight.
31.
Yeah.
There's definitely something she isn't telling you.
Yeah.
Something is not right here.
We just want to let you know we mean you're the owner of the house, no harm. We mean you no harm. We're looking for a friend. The owner of the house can help us.
She says, I just want to tell my friend what happened. He's hiding.
You know where he is.
Says,
I think she does.
yes, my friend Tarmakos is hiding, and he sent me here to find out what happened.
All right.
So does he know that his
Can I
house?
do it?
Wait a minute.
Are you Tarmakos?
That's pretty.
Says, we're related.
Well, you have a lot of magic on you.
Says, yes, who doesn't here? I am in communication with Tarmakos right now, and through the magical equipment in my clothing that you so rudely pointed out.
Well, you didn't point it out. Oh, excuse me, Tarmakos.
Can we speak with you, please?
We want to speak with Tarmakos if at all possible. We had some questions we wanted to ask him regarding his writings.
Presumably somewhere not here, so as not to give away his location to people that might be looking for him.
Some of us can be discreet.
So it's kind of.
Says, it's a good idea. He likes privacy. Not many people come to his house, but you're able to communicate to him through me. Where would you like to go?
We have a private guest house in the Runepriest house.
22 insight.
That's pretty good.
You
Fuck, only 22!
Well, a median I think is like a 17.
No.
Right? So,
Which I meet immediately by rolling a 0.
what level are you guys? 12?
Yeah. Or
Yeah, we're 12.
12? Yeah. Oh, moderate's 20 now. Never mind. I thought it was. That's back at level 9. Shit.
That's a
Alright,
huge jump.
Yeah, well, it goes up like one every. So 22 is still
Good.
yeah.
over the moderate.
Trying to detect.
After another minute or two and basically some more pressuring, you find out that she's in fact Tarmakos.
Told you.
She says, okay, fine. What do you want?
Well, for
Can we
starters,
speak
why
here?
would anyone want to ransack your house?
And what was the big magical item that I sensed?
Was it the fish?
The one sec. She says, I don't know. She says,
The author is actually a woman, Chelsea. Quit being so sexist.
yes.
Oh, Diggy!
Jeez, you sexist bitch!
So the author's
Sorry.
a 10-year-old?
What did you...
Wow.
What was your question again now that I can't remember?
I asked her, why would anyone want to ransack her house?
She says, you asked me, why are you here?
We actually just wanted to talk to you, honestly.
About what?
Well, for
Uranus
starters,
and planes.
do you have any idea of Uranus? Who Uranus is?
One sec here. She says, I've heard of the name, but I've no dealings. He's the academy guy, right? Yes, he was in town here a few months back. I no dealings with him directly, but I visited the
months
shop
back.
once. Or
She
like,
lying?
a few months back, I don't know. I'm not in town too often.
Roll your dice.
Yes.
Why do I have a perception?
Well, you
That's
asked.
insight.
Because yes, he had that most curious shop, completely automated from what I remember. It was wonderful. Had nice lights out front, fully automated, but he was never there.
Wait, what? We heard he was in the shop a lot.
Oh.
Says, I've only been there once or twice, and when I was there, he wasn't.
Remember
So,
I get that back?
how is it automated?
Automation.
Says, through magic.
He had those helping hands.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he had tons of. You know, he has many means to make. Yeah.
Show off.
Basically.
Okay.
Do you know where the academy is?
Says, I've only heard about it, and I've never visited it myself, although I'm a little bit curious about it, for it can only be visited by those who are invited,
Who never ever again are seen.
Yes. Which leads me to believe it is some sort of planar magic. I don't know any of his students.
Did you know a man named Thorin?
Dorn.
That name doesn't sound familiar to me, no.
Were you invited by any chance?
He says, I may have been. I'm only in Skyclaive on sometimes. I'm not here all the time. If I was, couldn't be interested. I'm slightly interested in where it is, but not of how to get there or to be a student there. I'm beyond being a student.
But did you ever receive an invitation to join him there, out of curiosity?
I don't know. Maybe there's one in my mail. I don't check it too often.
Insight
Are you
check.
aware of anything that's missing in your house?
Oh dear, that's a 14.
14 total.
Yeah.
She looks like she's getting a little pissed off with you.
Fair
She's getting a little not antsy, but just aggravated.
Frustrated.
That's the word.
Okay.
Just like
So, well, I'll be
things
blunt.
that you're basically the things that you're asking, and when she says she doesn't know, it seems like she's saying she doesn't know.
Well, she didn't answer my question ever.
What question? Because there's other people talking.
Yeah, anything missing.
She says, I don't know. I came home only about an hour ago, and it was like this, and I haven't gone inside yet. I wanted to make sure wanted to kind of stake it out, and see who was going to come in.
Yeah.
Fair
Well,
enough.
we've staked it out, and there doesn't seem to be any.
Staked out. We walked in and went, dude, where are the traps?
I said
Whoever committed the act of ransacking your house seems to have left.
Did we ever check to see how long ago it seemed to have been done? Like, is there dust in the ground and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
there's dust.
So it could have been done a while ago.
Could have been. Between yesterday and today.
Can I ask my
Probably this
question now?
morning. That's what you deduce if she was here yesterday.
Oh, right, because it wasn't that she saw her yesterday, she actually was here yesterday. Right, I keep thinking girl and the girl are different things.
The girl and the girl.
Shut up.
Can I ask my question now?
What do you want to ask? What do you ask?
A powerful arcane artifact was recently in this house and is no longer there.
She says, there's no artifact in there. And there never was.
Well, something giving an arcane.
She just kind of laughs. That was no artifact.
What was it then?
She says that was my portal.
Portal.
Yes.
And it disappears.
I can make it disappear.
Do you mind
When
if
I found out that my house was ransacked, I dispelled it.
But someone else besides you have gone through the portal?
Says yes. I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah.
Can you give me information on...
She says perhaps we should speak more about this stuff in somewhere a little more private than right here.
Sounds fair. We have a private building that was loaned to us by a noble family.
Says that sounds good to me. Let's go there.
Let's do that. Oh, does anyone want to get the druid guy?
Karen? No.
Be back in a second.
Die.
Need to pee.
He needs to pee. He needs to pee.
We still need to find out information about the plane, regardless of whether or not
The
we find
planar.
out.
The planar alignment, you mean?
Yeah.
And this does seem like the person to talk to.
And if she'd be able to tell us how to open a portal, that would be great.
Hogmaw, a mighty warrior, who knows things. And that's how the West was born. Really. Now I get paid too.
My legs hurt.
Peanut butter and jelly. Mm-hmm. Hot diggity.
Hot what?
Hot diggity. That's the way I work it. Dough diggity.
You're on crack.
Something. Work it up.
Or not enough.
Don't ask. Just don't. It encourages it. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go fetch Karen while they're on their way. While I am the most diplomatic, you should be fine. It's a little girl.
No.
So you go.
Okay, I'm the best
go
at
fetch
bluffing.
Karen?
Yeah.
You get to the inn. Ah, Bin, how have you been?
Not too bad.
Says, where have you been?
We actually got asked to stay at a private residence last night. We were actually coming just to see if you would be interested in joining us there.
Says, it would be much better than this. As much as I like this room, you see, in this room that he's in, there's some like vines kind of going up across the wall.
There goes the deposit.
And
And you're the only one there.
yeah. they go to check out. The barkeep goes upstairs, check out the room. You hear a what the? He comes downstairs. You're not getting that back.
Why don't you
That sounds
explain
fair.
to him, Miles, that it's just extra greenery for his rooms and it'll make customers feel more at home?
I'd rather not piss him off any
inside
further.
this room, like it almost looks like a grove.
That's understandable.
But yeah, you're able to take him with you back to the estate.
I'll hop out for a sec.
What?
I'll hop
Oh,
out.
hop
He
out.
wants to move that way.
I'm like, what are you helping out with?
Hop, 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 hop.
I didn't know you came with me. Are you helping me get out of not like getting killed by the innkeeper?
I have an insight check to make
On.
on that girl.
Okay.
And she mentioned that she didn't really know Arandis all that well.
Okay.
She knew of her. Of him?
Yeah.
24.
Looks seemed like it was
Seems
legitimate. Never met him. Knows the name. Been to the shop.
Because you'd think Arandis would have sought her out if she was an expert on playing.
Yet if she doesn't check her mail very often, it's very likely that she never received it.
Or she could have received it and maybe it's gone now. Who knows? Might need some more time at the house, but at this point she doesn't want to be at the house.
I can't blame her. Oh, look, it's been ransacked. Let's stand here and talk about it.
Basically. You get back to the estate.
And we dig it.
And
We dig
when
it good.
you guys get there before Jen and Karen, and when Karen gets there, he says, "Who's the girl?"
She's not really a girl.
Well, she might be. You don't know that.
Pretty
She
sure
might be
she's a
changed
woman.
names on the. I don't know.
He says, "Yes, I'm not a girl." She
Yes.
says, I'm 45 years old."
Told you. Don't
And
expect it.
Karen says, "What? You're only 4 or 5?"
He's a little senile.
He doesn't say that, man.
And when she's about to speak, Karen says, "Surely you can just tell me instead of having this child tell me." As she just looks pissed off and she just stands there crossing her arms like.
Hey, Karen,
kinda
let's
like
show you to your room.
You all see like steam coming out of her ears. Or,
Karen,
So-
let's show you to your room.
Do we know
here.
if she's a she or a he?
She's a she.
She's a she, okay.
And when you ask, about her condition. She says, "My parents botched a spell on me when I was young, and they wanted to grant me youthful vigor forever, and they got it wrong, okay?" And she seems to be
A little bit touchy.
sensitive about it.
Sensitive about it. Yes. This
Is she?
this lady
Sorry.
is an expert on plane magic.
Seems to be.
Seems to be. She's an author on it. So we're hoping to enlist her aid. So shut up, old man. Quit pissing her off.
Yeah, you get Karen into a different room or whatever.
I took him to show him another. I'm hoping he doesn't.
Here's your room over here.
Pretty
Carve it
things.
outside. We'll get you your prune juice and you'll be happy.
Prune juice. I don't like prune juices.
Okay, we'll get you ales.
Orange juice is what I prefer.
Good to know. We'll be back in a bit. We just need to discuss things with our friend out there.
Okay. I feel it is prudent for us to warn you that Uranus's intentions with his academy are not good. Therefore, you should be careful. Don't just go head first into the puzzle, or if you do get one.
We're also thinking it's very likely that he may have something to do with your room being ransacked.
Could be.
What can you tell us about planar alignments?
First off, she says, thank you for letting me know. This Uranus, he doesn't seem to be a very nice person.
Oh, there's nothing seeming about it.
But you know as much about the ransacking as I do. In fact, you have spent more time in my house since than I have.
Well, we didn't get
And
to
then
that
to Anara's question, she says, planar alignment? Well, everybody seems to come asking me about questions on the planes.
Well, you are a respected author on that subject.
But no one's ever really come asking me about alignment before. Most people think it's just a theory, fools. She says, this is something I've been looking into for a long time. I believe this is real.
So what exactly is it?
Planar alignment.
Says, I've been doing some research on it. I've been redoing other research as well. Haven't spent enough time on it, and travel into the Feywild, Shadowfell. Takes up a lot of women's times. Yes, planar alignment. And she starts to ramble off a bunch of what must be technobabble and jargon that makes no sense to any of you, although Anara picks up the most words from it. And,
2? Is there just
more,
one?
more than that. And,
I'm smart, you assholes.
About some things.
Angry smart.
she says,
Seems to run in these women.
the planar alignment is, when
You don't know.
no, she knows, I'm just trying to find it.
He's trying to find it while he talks.
Yeah, which is hard to do at times. She says that it's when the different planes, like how the Shadowfell and the Wild and the Feywild, you know that they're different planes, right?
Yes.
She says when they're always constantly moving in and out of each other. Well, not in and out of each other, but around each other. And every once in a while, they all align.
What does that mean?
She says, I don't know.
Or
It's
like what?
the last time that it's happened, if it has happened before, which I'm very sure it has. It was not even in our lifetime.
What
Says-
will happen next?
Says, imminent, soon. Yes, I believe it is. We're so lucky that it's going to occur so soon. The chances of it even occurring in our lifetime are so slim.
So-
I don't have an exact date down, but using my instruments, I could get a more definitive date. But it's sometime. My current guesses are around 25 months from now. Margin of error 17.5%, standard deviation of 10.
Is she an Ashura?
She She says, just kidding though, give or take 3 months. From 25 from now. So 22 to 28 months.
And after that, when's the likelihood of the next one occurring?
Not until you're dead.
Okay, but my
We'll
lifespan.
kill him now!
Tomorrow!
My lifespan's unfortunately not as long as others. Like, roughly what? Like, 300 years? 400 years?
Possibly not for millennia.
Yeah, I think we realized what Uranus was looking for, like, who was saying that there's not enough time for. Uranus seems to be trying to find out more about this planar alignment as well, which is why he wants to...
Ritual. A bad ritual.
Which is why he's probably trying to find you. If he is still trying to find you.
He says, well, that seems to be, that might be the case here. I am the leading authority on this, at least in this world.
In this world? Wait a minute. So there are people on the other planes that are looking into this as well?
There's a few, no, I wouldn't say very many, but I'm probably the most knowledgeable person in the whole universe on this, other than perhaps the gods.
So,
and unfortunately, I don't know too much about it.
Fair enough.
As it has never happened in our lifetime.
So, how would Uranus have found out any information about it, or even know that it exists?
She says, from what you've said of him so far, he seems like he's a very knowledgeable person. You were able to find out about it. How did you?
Honestly, because he was looking into it.
To find him, we're having to trace his steps back, and
we're not having very much luck.
Yeah. He tried to kill us.
Says, yes, that would be a reason.
Anyways, regardless, I don't...
Do you know of a spell that would allow you to suck the power from another mage?
Says, like, necromancy?
Is it possible?
She stole it. He's gotten a lot stronger than the last time we met him.
Says, she says, I'm not too sure on my own. I've been studying magic for 40 years, and I haven't come into contact with a spell like that. But there are plenty of spells out in the world.
Sure enough.
Too dead.
No.
It wouldn't. She says it wouldn't come to a surprise if there were spells like that, and if he's as knowledgeable as you say he is, he could very likely have something like that.
So, in theory, would the planes aligning somehow cause some kind of a powerful arcane event?
She says, only we're 2 years from now. That part, I don't know. Unfortunately. It's never been documented well enough for anyone to ever know. So perhaps maybe...
So there's a chance nothing could happen, or there's a chance that...
Something will happen. But whether or not we can see it...
Is there a specific place that's of special importance during the alignment?
She says, that's what I'm looking into. I haven't found any...
focal points
yet, but it's something I've been looking into and been trying to, anyways.
I suppose we could convince you to focus your research in this area for a little while.
I think that's what she's been doing.
No, she said she's been dabbling into other things.
Yeah, she's been doing many different things. She says, I've been working on a few new books, and yes, I've just been... haven't had the time to study it as fully as I've been...
Well, if Uranus wants to know, I think there's something we need to know as well.
Where would Uranus find the information if not from you?
She says,
how would you find it?
How do I find it? I've many years of studying. Looking through books, walking the plains, trying to find other knowledgeable people, trying to find other knowledgeable books.
I suppose you could teach us how to pass through the flames.
She says, not the way that could use it
freely.
Yes, freely.
what?
She says, this might come in handy. As she sits down, so you see her start casting a ritual.
Ooh. Is Chelsea trying to learn this ritual?
Takes me 8 hours.
Yeah, it would take you a long time to
Reverse it, yeah.
as you guys are sitting around discussing things, she kind of looks up. You see her eyes glowing white. Is a big swirling white cloud is forming in front of her. She says, everybody, gather around.
Okay.
All you see
We know.
is the white cloud grow as it fills everybody's vision in bright light. Then you see
A dragon!
shit.
Damn it, why is it in
A
the
green field in every direction. It's sunny, goes for about 300 yards in each direction, and at the edge is a sort of cloudy wall. In the middle, you see a large tent. She says, this is where I go when I'm on the road.
This is kind of cool.
Where are we?
Says, I've been working on this place for a lot of years. It's a sort of planar pocket. You can call it my own plane of existence. Says I can modify this place to your liking, but it does require some time and energy. To see, there's a kind of a small grouping of trees over in one of the corners. Is Karen? You see him
Is
there.
he there?
Just kind of is there. He starts moving towards them and says, "This is fantastic. Thank you. I will live here." He makes his way over to the tree.
Is that okay with you?
Says, yes,
If
it's
he's
fine.
over there, he can't bother.
This is amazing.
Is there a way that we can get here? On
She
our
says, that you need me for. She says, I imagine that you'll need you need my help, and obviously my house is no place for me, so I shall join you.
own? Was
I
this
see
the
no.
pocket that was open when your house was ransacked?
She says, this is yes,
Can you tell if anybody passed through?
yes,
Did they?
no.
Oh, good.
That's interesting.
I do hide it even in my own house.
Just checking. Wanted to make sure you're safe.
Why make sure nothing can come out and eat Karen over there?
Would I be able to set up a still?
No.
Yes, and she also introduces herself, which I'm sure she had earlier, but I just never actually told you. Her first name is Kinsey.
Kinsey?
Yeah, Kinsey.
Kinsey?
Kinsey Tarnko.
Tomicos?
Right then.
Traveling
Wait, do we still have that note with us, by the way? The one that we got from the one
Just
because
Arenda?
yes,
No.
I was talking about something I wanted something that Byron or whatever his name was Borin possessed.
Yes. The note that says, solve my puzzle, and you can find me.
Yeah.
I don't suppose we could get Karen to have a look at that with his ritual again.
Yeah, you do. This note, you bring it to him, and he asks if it was one of Varanus's.
Yes, apparently.
Says, alright, I will do my ritual for it.
This seems like a safe place to do it.
No!
Is everyone gathering around?
Yay! Tell us a story, Grandpa!
He goes to do the ritual, and unlike others that you've done a ritual here before, this one takes place as you see a distraught Arenda handing off the papers to you.
No, because I was in
No.
her possession before.
And he mentions that the ritual takes the most impactful moment of whoever has it, and that is the memory I can recall.
I see. So
Think of items or these items as puppies. They only remember the
Puppies.
latest thing in their.
30 seconds.
okay, it was worth a shot.
Thank you for trying.
He says that one didn't expend the resources of myself as much as the others. So
That's
if you
good
find
news.
anything else, I should be able to cast it again.
Oh, well, you said you might not have checked your mail recently. I don't suppose we could do that somehow.
I don't have mail.
Not you. I'm talking to Kinsey.
Kinsey.
Yes.
Fires.
It's been a couple days now. I kind of want to get this moving a little bit more. So.
Well, we need to find a direction to go in.
Yes, I know. Like this was one of the main,
About the stig kid.
and that's what I'm getting to. The next day. I just gotta find where I was. You find that now that the Stig's house has been
Emptied.
Is that
Liberated.
little bastard alive?
Which one?
The one we saved.
the one you saved. Yes, he is alive.
Hooray!
I'll come back to him in a sec, though. You find that now that the Stig's house has been liberated, them seeing you guys in there basically last. A few of them, a couple days after, come out and thank you for, like, some of the older ones come out and thank you for basically freeing them from this,
The tyranny.
this guy. You know that the guards, the vengeance takers, they knew what kind of guy Digbar was, but they couldn't really touch him just because of how powerful he was in the underbelly. Like, you know,
Okay, yeah.
like kind of like a big cartel leader, right?
Without
You
just
can't
money, he's not that powerful.
Yeah. So when they just couldn't really touch him, but since someone came in under the law and took care of him, they just kind of looked the other way.
God.
You didn't kill him.
No, you didn't. But
No, I'm telling Kyle.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pave the way.
but they know that he's gone now, and they don't know that you guys were even there or anything. So, but just letting you know that
They're not even investigating it.
yeah, they're not even investigating it. You know that the house will probably go back to the property of the city eventually, and they'll figure out what to do with it. But yeah, the word spreads through the Stigs. Kid comes back up to you guys too, and he says, oh, "Thanks, guys. Now all the stealings I can do, I can keep for myself."
Keep at it.
Not from us.
Stealing's bad.
No, it's not.
He says, "Stealing's good when they have lots of money, and I have none."
See? I like this kid.
You have money, you moron.
No, he
I do
has.
now.
Steal from him.
I don't have
He says, "I already have."
Just think of
He says, "Just kidding," as he tosses back a coin purse to you.
Oh, thank you.
He says, "I'm just kidding with you guys."
Good to know. Hey, out of curiosity, do you happen to know any of the Stigs that might have witnessed someone dying and kind of...
Upon mentioning all this to him, he knows of one of them. You find that the Stig you saw in the vision, after speaking to Kid and him, he didn't know the exact one, but he heard of which one it was, because there's a lot of kids. And he points you in the direction of who you needed, like which Stigs would know. And it is in fact the one
that we saved?
that you saved.
I saved him.
yeah.
Yes.
Right, because the rest of us had...
Not
Some of the
snug.
Stigs know the story of how that one had
Snug.
not spoken since that day 6 months ago. Nobody knows what he saw, but it had to have been something so traumatic because he hadn't spoken words since. He got a job in the mansion doing quiet work and taking him back and caring for him and making sure that he was okay. you're able to bring you and the priests at the temple are able to bring him back to health fairly quickly, as it's been 3 days,
Yeah,
and
approximately.
you're able to get him to speak to you, and get him to tell you what happened. He reveals to you what he saw that day, and it is similar to what you saw that day, except he recites the events as if he had a photographic memory of it. Except his recollection had a few extra words in it that yours did not. The thing that was mentioned that you never heard was called the Throne of Omanond.
Throne of Almanac?
Omanond. Omanond. Anara is particularly intrigued with such notable named artifacts and such, and through a small amount of research in the library, she finds very little information about this object. But you do know that it is a great and powerful artifact from the old Imaskari Empire. You do not know what it does, as the secrets of it and those of the throne itself are locked away in deep Imaskar. And part of what the Stig says he saw was that Uranus was determined to get and use this throne, although he doesn't know why. He explains only what he saw, and he says he needed it to find something. He said something else was working, and Uranus said he could use this as a last resort. And any more information about the throne will require traveling to Deep Imaskar and finding out more about it and the state of it, since that's where it is. You find that it was split in two when the Imaskari Empire fell. You don't know what it does, but it's one of the most extraordinarily powerful artifacts of the Imaskari Empire.
It's not in this city, though.
No, this is High Imaskar. Deep Imaskar is in the Underdark.
Yeah, I know.
Looking into it and how to get to Deep Imaskar, you learn that there are portals in High Imaskar that go to Deep Imaskar, as they have some small trade negotiations for the last 100 years or so. However, when you ask about it, the authorities are very hesitant to explain anything and say you cannot use it. After a little bit more investigation, you find that the portals have stopped functioning, had stopped about 6 months ago.
That son of a bitch.
You find and learn that the portals have been closed on the other end in Deep Imaskar, and nothing can be done from this end.
So
Otherwise, they would have done it.
How else can you get to Deep Imaskar?
Walking.
You also find that they may have had trade with Deep Imaskar in those last 100 years, but they've grown more resentful of High Imaskar and of this new empire that has formed up top. There's some word of large-scale unhappiness with how High Imaskar is being run, as well as those that would rather have Deep Imaskar with no relations of High Imaskar at all. You know, it was getting tenser in the last few years. Like just talking around with the people, like Auckland, he lets you know a little bit of this stuff too, because he seems like he's pretty high up there.
He'd be the one who would know. Yeah.
And
Frenchies.
the fact that the portals are closed from the other end, not terribly surprising to some people, because they knew that this was kind of where it was leading to anyways. But the fact that it happened 6 months ago
It's quite
makes you suspicious. Other thing, in the next day or two here,
Treasure.
Karen comes to you in this time. Chelsea, I'm gonna need you to come over here.
Why?
because he wants to tell you something.
Yeah. There's, well, not just you, but there's gonna be some pictures and stuff.
Yay, pictures and stuff.
Pretty pictures.
Oh, poor kitty, you're gonna have
After
to
getting all this information, he says that he has uncovered some information that he believes is very important and beneficial to your cause.
Bacon is delicious.
You know that he was meditating and trying to find information about and trying to recall things of the
Get
past.
out of
We
my
were so shit at finding
chair.
information, you had to come up with a way to give it to us.
Earthquake!
No,
Earthquake!
don't do that. She's got not a very good stomach.
Oh,
Don't make her throw up on my chair.
sorry.
Come here, Castle. You
She's
can
not,
push.
not that delicate, Cam.
Yeah, it's just if you make her shake, she might throw up. That's the only thing.
guy.
She's not that delicate.
She is.
Yeah, she is. She's like 14.
They ate all the ketchup chips.
This was fun when you left. Oh, thank you.
Whoa. I haven't had any.
You've been busy talking to shit.
Here I am! Throw the gay blade.
Walk you like a hurricane?
He says,
My ball team's called the Hurricanes. It's H-E-R.
that's also our theme song
Hurricane?
for the team. He says that there's
Yeah,
a
it's
monastery,
rocky like a hurricane.
My idea.
the Philosopher's Monastery, up in the snowy mountains far away from High Mascar, where there's an order of monks that worship a god of time, also known as the Lord of the Continuum.
Kronos?
No.
Damn.
Lavalus Anara.
That's not even close.
And that these monks are rumored to have secrets and protect the secrets of chronomancy. And when he says this, Kinsey is very hesitant of this and says it's very dangerous magic. As
Is it any more dangerous than plane walking?
she says, it's time magic.
Shit.
Cairn goes on to say that they protect these secrets so that they could be beneficial in such to form some sort of protection against the effects of the crown if it should come to that. And he says if Uranus knows what he already knows about the crown and such, he will not waste time getting a hold of this information, and we should try to get there before he does.
Okay.
Furthermore,
5 gold says he's already there.
Kinsey comes to you now, knowing more what you guys are doing, and she's a little more updated now.
Yeah, I'll explain Ogma and all that stuff in the crown.
We shouldn't do that.
You do that?
No. She has to be sworn in, remember?
Just be sworn in.
Do you,
Yeah.
Do you try
We can't
speaking
tell
to the
her
crown
things.
about her? To her? Yes or no?
I'd consult Karen
You'll blow
first.
up.
No.
Remember we had that ritual?
When you get the thought about trying to speak of the crown to someone not in the order, like not any of you,
Right.
You die.
you get this like kind of twinge, and
I forgot.
it doesn't hurt, but
Yeah.
when you try to say something, it just nothing comes out. You're unsure if you should continue trying to speak about it,
Do it.
No.
but the fact that that she hasn't heard anything about the crown, but she's heard that you're trying to find planes, planar alignment, some higher stuff, and she says, thinking about it, she thinks she can anticipate one of Rannis's next moves. She says, which is, there's a place called the Planar Observatory. It's a place of legend built thousands, possibly even longer, years ago. And some race of people managed to build an observatory that perfectly predicts and shows the movement of the planes. If Uranus was coming after me to find out when the planes would align and failed, which he has, he hasn't come to me yet, she says, then certainly he could try and seek out this planar observatory and find the information he needs. It would also give us the exact time and date of the planar alignment, so we could better prepare ourselves.
I don't suppose you know where this place is.
Of course she does. She's an expert.
She
She says
also
it's
talks
legendary.
about the fact that there are places of highest concentration of magic where it might be the most powerful, and it's possible that these locations will be necessary to be used in the alignment if he plans on channeling the crown's energies through them. All these secrets could potentially be in the planar observatory. However,
She does know about the crown now, then?
no, but she's...
She knows he's up to something with.
We said he wanted to
he's
go
up to something. I'm just trying to.
We said he
explain it
wanted to
so
do a powerful
you guys
ritual.
don't know.
Oh.
So all these secrets could potentially be in the planar observatory. However, these have been lost for thousands of years. But
Fire magic.
in my circle, she says, in my circles, being very knowledgeable of the plains, that in the kingdom of Algar, way to the west.
I suppose the Chrono guys are to the east.
Maybe.
Sorry, Algar, way to the east.
Wait, what?
I had to think about the map in my head.
Oh.
It is in the east. The mountains were to the west.
That's what I thought, so they're in opposite directions.
Yes. And Deep Mascar is to the north.
We've got 2 years.
There was a king several generations back, several generations, so possibly hundreds of years ago, who had a quest to find this planar observatory. It's unfortunately not much information to go off of, but the rumor is among the rest of the members of the royal family that they thought he was a fool and that it was a fool's quest. When he eventually died, and his successor, his son, had all the secrets sealed in the vaults below Algar, and had them never to be opened again. But if it is true that he was close to discovering the planar observatory, as she's heard in her travels, that would be a place to go as well.
Decision time.
Kind of. Getting there.
I'll go east.
Wait, getting there, there's more?
You're going north.
Yeah. So there's basically 3 options to go from here. The Throne of Amanon in Deep Mascar.
Which Uranus has already likely been to, so I don't think that's
That's to the
probably the
west?
next move. That's
To
the
the
north.
North.
Yeah. And actually,
So I'm actually
going
going
to pull up a map here.
I'm going to actually say we veto that one right now.
No. You have no veto power. This is not a democracy. This is Gunnar and company. Did you see that picture?
Oh crap, I forgot about that picture.
Curse you, Gunnar.
Speaking of which, did you manage to file your dice down?
No.
Yeah, Tony and I were talking about that. We didn't know how that would work.
He's hoping that the bigger surface would be more likely to land on.
Or no, what I think, instead of filing it, like, if, let's say, opposite the one, you kind of round it more so it's less likely to land on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's what we thought, wasn't it? That was our conclusion.
No, this opposite is 20. Nice.
What? Oh, dots! It's got dots on it.
Zoom in.
You just
Zoom
get
in.
going to lead paint of the
Lost the
same
first
color.
temple.
So we are currently in
Skyclaive.
Skyclaive. Oh god!
You guys are currently in Skyclaive. I'll give you guys some kind of directions here and a little bit more information that you're able to learn in these next couple days. So the Throne of Amanon, which is up here in Deep Mascar.
Yeah.
So, quite some time at the Mascari Library later, you learn that this was an artifact created by the Lord Artificer Amanon over 8,000 years ago, when the Mascari Empire still stood strong. You're unable to find any information about what it actually does, but you know that it is one of the several forbidden magics under the new leadership of High Mascar. The secrets of what the artifact is, how it functions, are in Deep Mascar, and the artifact itself is also said to be there. In your investigation, you've learned that the portals have ceased functioning around 6 months ago. All attempts to reactivate them have failed. Prevailing theory is that they were sealed from Deep Mascar's end.
Who drew the mustache?
Furthermore, it's been brought to your guys' attention that if someone were found actually attempting to use the forbidden Mascari magic, they would have to face the full wrath of High Mascar's leadership. This would be a considerable advantage to have, and such an accusation would be very serious, however, and absolute proof must be brought forward.
I
Interesting.
missed that last part.
Basically, if we can prove that someone had dealings with the dark magic to the High Mascarians, they will be killed.
Well, they'll be very involved with it. Deep Mascar is about 1,000 miles north as crow flies, but much of the distance must be traveled in the Underdark. And it's a considerably dangerous journey, and due to the winding tunnels of the Underdark, the trip is expected to take about 120 days, or 4 months.
Oh, we can
How
go
many
talk to your
months are
vampire
here?
buddies.
12.
That's how many
So
months
a third
are in
of
our
the
year.
month.
It's just weird
Or a
because
third a
it's
year.
technically 10 weeks in a month, isn't it?
3 weeks a month. 10 days each week.
10 days in each week.
Yeah. Horses and such, they would probably get you to the entrance in the Underdark.
But we can't take them under there.
Maggie.
But going into the Underdark,
Oh, glad.
they wouldn't help you at all.
My dragon would go.
Your dragon would go, but you, like, mounting it down there wouldn't help you in speed travel.
Considering the tunnels are winding.
So yeah, it's about 120 days to get there, and you'd have to navigate the Underdark.
Which
Once
sounds
there,
so much fun.
it may be possible to
That's
resolve
alright.
whatever situation is keeping the portal to and from High Mastar working,
And then we
and
have a way
therefore the
back.
trip back may not take long at all. But if you can't reverse it,
We have to travel all
you
the
have
way
to travel back, which is another 4 months.
Yeah.
The Philosopher's Monastery Temple down here. In the Snowflake Mountains of Uralkazar is a secret monastery dedicated to the elven god Labalus Anara, Lord of the Continuum. Karen believes that if there is any other order in the world that knows anything about the crown, it'll be them. This order of monks is charged with protecting the world from dangerous chronomancy, and considering the nature of the Crown of Ogma, they very well could be aware of what it does. The reason for Karen's interest in it is twofold. One is the obvious possibility that they may know more about how the crown is activated, but the other is that this order may possess the knowledge of how to protect yourselves from the extremely dangerous, time-destroying effects of the crown. You guys remember what the crown does?
Erases people from history and
basically
takes all their
allows,
knowledge.
it allows the user to take
It,
basically take
It
that
erases you from history, and your history becomes the person's. He would have all knowledge of everything you've ever done.
Yeah.
Unless you had Alzheimer's.
Yes, food.
Wait, we can use Karen. It's perfect.
He says it's perhaps a long shot, but he says he fears that if Uranus one day learns of this order, he may seek to either get information about the crown out of them, perhaps steal or destroy their secrets.
Or limit them as a threat.
Or if they have any magic about time travel and he wants to time travel to 24 months in the future.
Or delay
And how long
time
would it
so
take
he
to
has
get to there?
delay it, or that's what I'm getting to. Snowflake Mountains are about 1,600 miles west, and will take approximately 40 days to travel there along a somewhat safe route using riding horses.
And dragons.
Although, because it's off the coast, you could probably get there a lot quicker by boat. If you can find a boat that makes it there into the wilds, which are the Vilhan Wilds over here. Not too many boats make their way that way. Merchant boats won't.
We can buy one.
But
We could charter a boat though,
We could
possibly.
borrow a
Possibly,
boat
yeah.
from the rich people.
They're in a flying city.
So you don't think they go on holiday?
Yeah. You probably got a nice houseboat.
the Planar Observatory, down this way, it's not
Is-
even on the map. If you even look at the Forgotten Realms map, Olgar isn't on it.
Really?
It's that far out of it. Kinsey has informed you about the legendary device known as the Planar Observatory. It's allegedly capable of perfectly mapping the movement of the planes, as well as reveal spaces in the world where the alignment will have the most concentrated effect. Due to
Extra
imperfections in the space separating the planes, in her travels she's heard of the idea of power magics that can only be activated during planar alignment. Most of the stories include the requirement of being in one of those specific locations. The device is not so much lost as it is barely even believed to be real. Many have spent their lives trying to find it, but if any have, they have not spoken of it. One story of a man seeking the observatory is more notable than the others, however, and she tells you of it's the old king of Olgar's quest. She says that, from what she's heard, he was very close to finding it when old age finally ended his search, and when he died, his son ordered the foolish quest to be ceased, and all materials and documents related to the search were buried in the vaults of Olgar, along with the late king.
I like vaults.
Not
She-
those type of vaults.
She believes the story and figures it would be, and Olgar would be the best place to start the search. She has hypothesized that if Uranus was looking for her for the same reason you were, searches about the planes and the alignment, probably after the same information. Failing to get her, the planar observatory would likely be a next target. Therefore, getting there before him and doing whatever you can prevent him from getting it could hamper his progress and force him to find another method. Algarth is about 1,050 miles east. Approximately 28 days to travel there on horses. Yeah.
So that's the shortest distance.
The shortest distance.
Would be the boat, I'd say.
No,
Well, if you can get a boat, Snowflake Mountains are the fastest.
but if we can't get a boat,
Algarth is the fastest.
And if Arandis knows about that, it's very likely he'd be going for the...
If he knows about it.
Yeah.
Like, she says, I believe it. But if you ask,
he tends to believe things that nobody else does just because he wants to find them and get the knowledge.
says, then it could be applicable that we go to any of these places.
Shit.
Says,
I think it's
he
very
says
likely.
if you ask me, he's already been to Deep Damascus.
Yeah, that's the conclusion I've drawn as well.
Unless you want to keep chasing him.
He probably pissed them off.
He might have actually done them a favor.
I'm leaning towards the observatory.
I'm definitely doing that as well because it's, I think, his likeliness to
Well, I
next
don't care
target.
about his likeliness of getting there, but the fact is that if we find out those points and the most likely one that he'd have to go to eventually with the crown, then at least we have a point that if we can't find anything else at all, we at least have that.
That is, if we actually ever even find this thing.
Why did Uranus go to the Underdark then? Assuming that 6 months ago was him.
It was something about the throne, as we recall.
Yeah.
Wasn't that his last resort?
If he could get it, if he was going to use it as a last resort.
Oh, okay.
So
You don't even know what it does. So that would be one thing about going to Deep Damascus. Learn what it is.
I'm
what
still
it does.
thinking that's
This
the lowest of my choices.
especially if it's not there anymore, and
So
these
if it's-
unfriendly people wouldn't want to talk to us.
So, got this cool thing for you guys.
Uh-oh. We're gonna split up, aren't we?
No. I hope not.
A map. A
Your
calendar.
sessions are on Tuesday, your sessions
That
are
second
on
one,
Thursday?
yeah.
Well, I can see through the
Calendar,
bottom.
guys. You guys, right now, it's 3 years worth. You are partway through the first map, or the first calendar.
Sure.
Beat you can't.
I'm you
You're
dirty.
in Flame Rule, which is summer. And the day,
Start crossing off.
Well, this says Hammer, Deep Winter, so I don't think it's the right one.
no, they're not. They're in order of the year. The first month of the year is Hammer.
Hammer moth.
It's Habitat.
Stop. Can't touch this.
That was a really sad
Flame
thing.
Rule. Okay.
You are on 15 Flame Rule. That's the
Yeah.
current date.
Correct.
The in between 22 and 28 months from now is this event, Flame Alignment.
Yeah, it's not doing
It'll
it.
be on the third one.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Plus 12.
17.
Oh, yeah.
You sucked at math.
Probably
I
got
was
one more.
Oh, there's another one?
The 3 years. How many years are in a calendar?
18,
The only
What?
difference is the number of days in a week, but it's still the same.
21, so 22.
Circle the.
The time of the flowers is the first possible month.
Spring.
Thank you. And it goes all the way for, so that'll be, that's 22,
6.
3, 4, 5,
So 22 to 28 months?
Yeah.
7,
Somewhere in that range.
8. So I think it would actually be the next Hammer,
There you go.
Deep Winter. Somewhere in there.
You put the hammer month from the other one that we don't need anymore.
It's got a
On
year
the
on
back.
it.
Change it.
What's... No, just leave it like it is.
Anyways, okay, that's good to know.
And if we go to the observatory, that'll give us a better idea of exactly when.
If we can find it, that's the thing. We gotta find it
If you
first.
can find it.
Yes, but supposedly we're not sure if any of these things exist.
Actually, we're fairly sure
No.
that Chrono
We find
exists.
We make sure they
We're sure
exist.
who
and
exists?
We use them
You're-
to
Karen
defeat
is
the
very
events.
sure that
We
the
are now level.
whatever.
Snowflake Mountain one
You're a
exists.
snowflake mountain.
He just doesn't know where it is in Snowflake Mountains.
Great. So we wonder.
The only one you're not sure of, if it even exists, is the Planar Observatory.
What about the throne?
We're sure that exists.
You know it exists. And it
It's
was
a band
in
magic,
Master.
yeah.
And
That
cracked
might
down
not
the
even
middle.
be there, though.
I don't
Especially if
know.
Uranus has taken it.
I vote observatory
I'm agreeing with you there.
because that just makes more sense. That if we bomb on all the other fronts, we at least have a point where we can go.
I'm thinking it also, if Uranus is trying to find information about it, getting the information first and prevent him from finding it. Maybe we'll get lucky and he'll miss the date.
Distracted.
Then he'd go for the time.
Let's break the machine.
Exactly. So I'm thinking we do that. We do the plane first.
What are Gunnar's and
Oh, we
Dethul's?
can break the observatory, so we'll give a false reading to Uranus.
That would be awesome.
I would say the monastery, because regardless, Uranus is probably going to find a rough place to use it in the plains where it is, and you want to know how to stop it first.
We'll protect ourselves from it.
The downside with going that way is
If he gets to the
if he gets-
observatory first.
yeah, assuming he does. But at least knowing how to stop it would be better.
Well, you can't use it yet.
But knowing how
Preventing him from finding the observatory doesn't prevent him from
And we could
finding
find
the
more
place to go
information.
during the alignment.
and we could find more information about the
Could
crown.
prevent him from finding the exact time.
Hell, maybe we can go back in time and kill him.
Hey!
They're protectors of time. They don't let people do shit like that.
Well, if time gets destroyed by him, there's a valid argument to be made there.
Not really. They'd say kill him in this.
Maybe we could get a magic ocarina and go back 3 days repeatedly.
No.
How long is it to get
Damn
to
it!
the observatory place?
We
Or
figured it
where
would
we
be-
think?
It's the shortest time to go to the observatory
No,
unless
with
we
the
find
sure
a
goes
boat.
by boat.
Yeah.
40 days by horse.
25 days to the other one.
28.
Whatever.
And it's possible Uranus doesn't even know
And it was
about
100
that.
days
monastery,
to the
yeah, though.
throne of London.
It's very possible he doesn't know about the observatory either.
This is true.
What we do.
From your knowledge, he doesn't know about the observatory or the monastery.
Yeah, but we didn't. But he knew.
That's
about the
I'm
crown.
just saying that's what you know,
Yeah.
is that he doesn't know about those two.
I still say observatory.
Well, the thing is, we do know that the monastery is. Well,
Exists.
we're fairly certain it exists.
Karen is certain.
Haha!
Suddenly, this idea seems
Zoc-
bad.
Does Zoklin know much about the
Maybe they'll even know more about this.
the throne?
When you ask him, he doesn't want to give you any information about it. He says it's forbidden magic, and we of the Mascari are
Or even
really forbidden to speak of it.
What if-
We don't even have any, at least here, there are no teachings even of it.
But do you know about it?
He says, of course we know about it.
So it's
Could you tell us information if we're just trying to prevent somebody from possibly using it?
He says, if you think someone is going to he just laughs at you. He says, no one will even ever get to it.
Oh, that's good news. It's probably already taken.
I'd be more curious how it was broken in case you had to break it again.
Can this method
That
be used on people?
happened, millennia of years ago.
Yeah.
And probably during the fight with the Mulans. Yeah, during the big slave uprising. and
You
all
can't
that.
even tell us what it does. It's evil, right?
He doesn't know what it does.
Great.
There are no teachings of it. They teach you
It's bad. Don't touch
that it's
it.
bad, don't touch it, and then that's all they say.
Does-
It is one of the 7 forbidden Mascarna.
What's the magic? Can you tell what magic is used with it?
Mascari.
That's it?
Yes. It's a Mascarnar. It's an Imascarna.
I like chicken. 28 days by horse. That's not to the planar observatory.
That's to the-
Algar,
That's to Algar.
So,
where we may find information on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
we
don't
might find
even know
any
if there's-
observatories in the freaking mountain where these people are.
Yeah. Fuck.
Whatever, observatory sounds like the place to go, at least rough consensus.
Sure.
okay, so the observatory then. We'll try to find that.
I don't know, it makes sense to me.
And confide in with Karen and Kinsey about it, just to see what
Well, we know which
Well,
one
we know
each of them
Kinsey,
wants.
Karen, you go to speak with him. He seems pretty adamant that the planar observatory might not even exist. This is the first I've even heard of it.
Yes, but nobody else has heard about the crown before.
He says, well, there was our order, and this monastery, they should know about it.
Uranus
The
found out about the
monastery
crown,
might
and if Uranus found out about the crown, and assuming the observatory exists, Uranus could probably find that too.
Well, considering we know he already knows about the planar events.
Or if he did research on it, he might have found at least a reference to the planar observatory.
Asking Karen about the planar alignment and the crown, how would Uranus know to use the two together, I guess?
12 months, right?
Or would Karen have any? Karen doesn't have any idea how
He
to.
doesn't know how to
Yeah, lots of time.
You know,
He says the people that might know how to activate it are at the monastery.
it's likely Uranus might have even been there before.
He says that if Uranus doesn't know how to activate it, then surely he'll want to go there.
Yeah. He must know how to sort of activate it if he's seeking the planar alignment. I mean, I agree. We should go to the temple too, but yeah, I'd go for the observatory first.
But we can't talk about the crown. It's like, Ogma and that thing.
And then your hand just falls off.
Why am I?
Or just talk privately. Just talk without the chick there. You can talk to him about it.
No, I wasn't talking to the monastery people.
Oh.
If they know about it or if they're in order about it,
Is that? We would be able
they
to
would
tell.
probably freely talk about it.
But we would be able
If
to
it's
talk
a
to
secret
them too.
monastery in the middle of a large mountain range, if you go there, they probably don't get very many visitors.
Yeah.
Type of deal. There'd probably
We
be
don't
a
tell you all our
reason why you
secrets.
would go there, right?
Intentional. Oh.
This is a tough one.
No, I still think we should go find out information at least about the observatory.
Yes, but if we're wrong and Uranus goes to the other place next, he'll kill them. I can guarantee you
necessarily.
that. It's even possible they might have information on this planar observatory, so I'm actually starting to lean more towards the monastery.
So, there's obviously a lot of information here.
Yep.
So, I can put it all into an email for you guys, so you have a little bit more.
How far by boat?
20 days. It's the fastest by boat.
If we can get a boat.
If we can
If you
find
can
it.
get a boat, and even then, the
We
boat
still
can
have to find-
take you easily halfway there, because halfway there is Airsburg. So, which is like right up there. So then you would just take horses from there.
Is that where I was?
Yes.
Airsburg? Yeah, I think it was.
Hey. We'll see you until we
Boats regularly go to Airsburg.
Yeah.
It's a major trading city.
Horse from Sword from Steelboat.
But I'll put this
What?
all into
Lawful.
an email
Yeah,
to you
I'm
guys
changing
because there is a lot to talk about it and a lot of discussion about it.
Yeah.
And
Man, that means
I'll
I have to
probably-
check my email.
yes, because I'm going to send it tomorrow, and I would like to know kind of by the weekend, like this
So
weekend,
you can plan it.
so I can start planning because there's
Bacon.
3 separate ways. There's lots of information. Lots of
Doesn't
things
sound
to
like
do.
we're going up.
No, we're probably
There's
not.
2 separate ways, left or right.
Why
Depending which way you
Why
look at it.
couldn't they be right next to each other? They're never right next to each other.
Depends on the
No,
people.
they are not. But yeah, I'll send it out to you guys so you have all the
Like hell you
information. You
will.
can kind of read it over.
What are you doing?
That's
under my chair.
for puzzle for Chelsea.
Oh, puzzle.
Puzzle.
Mystery
Okay,
of
grab my
golf
sheets
or
and make some slight
Oh,
changes, including
listen.
finding out where my recipes are.
Jigsaw puzzle mystery.
And
Interesting.
if you make the potions and stuff,
Mercy.
because you guys,
We'll have lots of
you
time.
have a little bit of time right now, anyways.
We can learn rituals, Chelsea.
Well, you don't know if you can.
I need to learn rituals.
Yeah,
You
find
can
out
learn
what
all
You need to
rituals.
learn if you can learn
You can.
rituals.
I'm willing to
You can
bet
learn
I can
all
learn
rituals.
The
scholarly
one.
and possibly even. That's the thing. It's the Marcus scribing, so I'm thinking it's something to do more with.
Figure it out and let me know, and I'll
Wait, I
let
need
you
my
know if
sheets.
you
I
can
was gonna
learn
take them
any.
with me.
Why?
Give them to her.
I don't know. She was grabbing them.
Why do you need them?
Because I was gonna transfer my stuff, and I'm probably gonna make some changes.
Translators.
It's online.
It's online.
Yeah, but my money and stuff that I have on me is not. I just need that sheet, honestly.
But you're like you lose the sheet.
Take a picture with your camera and email it to yourself.
Why? He doesn't check his emails.
I can just look at the picture.
But I mean, your email. That's true.
No, no, yes.
Or you could, make a memo with the amount of money.
Can I help?
Picture's easier.
You ready? Photobomb in my hand.
Nice.
Photobomb!
Curse the light!
We didn't get to kill anything.
Oh, you're
How
so
is that gonna
violent.
help? Oh,
Could we have?
Oh, that's a good point.
Possibly, yeah.
write it down.
Depending which way.
Because
you
this
get,
is easier.
like,
Shut up.
One way. Kind of done.
Can I help?
Yes.
Starting a bit. Which
Which way do you think we're going?
Yeah.
That works. Thank you.
way do I hope you're going?
Yeah. Tell
Which way do I think you're gonna go?
Both.
Honestly, it's hard to tell which way we're gonna go. Because there's
Yeah.
valid reasons to go either way.
either.
There's
It's
more
three
valid
ways.
ways to go one way than the other.
Am I right, or is he right?
Yes.
Or you right or you left.
Although I'm kind of being almost convinced to go the other way too.
Really?
Probably just.
As I said, there's valid points for doing either one.
There are valid points to go either way.
But at
if
the same
you're-
time, there's only one group of people that can be
If it's
killed.
draw, we roll
Yeah.
2d20s each, one for left, one for right. High score wins.
I'll make it easy.
And then you pull from the deck of many things,
Here's
and
the thing that's making me lean
We don't have it,
towards
unfortunately.
the temple. There's nobody alive at the observatory for him to kill.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
you know.
So, just for the record, whichever one we
Like, no
put
one knows
Gunnar on
anything
is very likely going to lose for the D20 roll thing.
and if the planar, like the information about the observatory
I'm
is
gonna roll
in
my
the
dice and roll.
vaults under Algard, those are probably the royal
Oh,
vaults where they bury the kings.
So we're
Probably
not
not public.
accessible.
Yeah, we can still get in.
One of you might.
Oh, right.
The other of you might have a little bit of hard time in sneaking into that.
Sneaking.
Alright, just scale this
What's
12-foot
sneaking?
wall, sneak past the
We can go
guards.
to the more.
Come in!
He won't steal anything. He can do that, and we'll go west. He goes east.
Oh, I left a whole pop in my fridge.
He does have a lot, actually.